And welcome everyone once again to another exciting episode of Two Bar Connections with your host Jesse and
James, what's going on, everybody?
so hello everyone. What is up indeed because it has been quite some time since we have recorded an episode.
Indeed, it
It has
has.
been pretty much like practically a month at this point. But we reached the end of the year, man. It's on through another full year of us recording.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. I mean, it's crazy that another year has essentially flown by, and I got to look at my watch and my calendar sometimes to just remind me, like, oh, yeah, time has passed. Because if not, you won't even think about it. Like, I'm going to wake up one day and just have wrinkles and bad knees.
Yeah,
Well, I mean,
well,
I already have bad knees, but
with the end of the year now, it's that time of year again where we get some good old video game awards and
oh
some
boy.
news that I wanted to cover. But then the Game Awards was something very special. We're gonna get into it real quick. But before we do that, we're going to have a good laugh at Suicide Squad, which has finally ended support, and we're also going to pay tribute to Masatsuki Kato, who, if you do not know who that is, he is the founder of Nihon Falcom. And if you don't know what that is one of the oldest Japanese video game companies in Japan that is still working today. And they're responsible for the Legend of Heroes series and the Ys
Indeed.
series, which is for the former is a game series that James and I both love, especially James. So it was very sad
Yes.
to learn about this. We learned about it today, but apparently it happened on Sunday. But before we get into all that, how have you been?
I've been so tired. I'm not even gonna like fake it. I've been so exhausted. Uh,
Yeah,
the
dude, you
the move,
moved.
dude. I moved. I started my new job, and I've been getting my new place together, and it's been hard because damn it, it's been so hard because I had to get the house like this place. This house is too big for one person, especially this house, because this house was essentially built to house like two families.
Damn. Okay,
um
you got like a duplex.
no, it's just like my grandparents' house. And when my mom and my dad got married, they lived here, and when I was born, we all lived here. And it wasn't until much later, like a couple years later, like I think, honestly, I have no idea when, but then we got a house, just us. But dude, for the first, like for my infancy, I was in this house. So, this place was made for a whole two, like I said, two families. So there's a lot of rooms. It's a big living space, and all the furniture I have is for apartments. So I have a couch and a TV and a dining table that look like it was made for ants, in the living room that's, ginormous.
This is what you empty space.
Yes, there's so much empty space. So I'm looking at it like I have to decorate it because this looks like ass. This looks crap. This looks like dog shit. And I didn't notice how much blue I had in my old apartment until I moved in, and my sister goes, Jay, your whole house is blue. It's and I'm like, oh my god, you're right. Like, is that a problem? Like blue's a nice color, but you gotta change it up a bit. And I'm like, oh my god, I gotta buy more furniture. Like, what do I do? And she goes, no, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. Little by little, the bathrooms keep blue, the kitchen you can leave blue. Well, but you gotta start thinking of another color. We'll add it to it later. We'll add it to it later.
What color are you thinking?
Well, I don't know, man. I really don't know. Like my bedroom, the sheets are like dark blue. So I think I've got like brown curtains. I'm probably gonna make the bedroom brown so
Uh
I
huh.
can go with the wood, and also to match with the sorry, cappuccino is the name of the color of the curtains.
Cappuccino, of course.
Cappuccino. And yeah, but honestly, it's not so bad. It's just I haven't had a lot of time to be here because I've been mostly at my parents' house because it's the holidays. So we're trying to, do holiday stuff, buy presents, take care of errands around the house. And then I've been helping my dad as well, because he needs a new work van, which he bought. And I've been kind of helping him get that taken care of as well.
Mm.
I went to go pick up a safe for with him in Fort Lauderdale. So I've been everywhere. So the plan of being here when I'm not working is not happening. Like I find myself spending more time at my parents' house than
Yeah.
here to get everything in working order, and I feel like I'm not getting anything done in my own life. I mean, it's not that it's a bad thing. I love my folks, but there's some there's some days where I'm like, I need to get out of this house. I'm like, oh, I can go somewhere. I know where to go. Also, work has been crazy too because it's a higher level trauma center. So I'm working with a lot more equipment and a lot more stuff that I'm not used to. So
Oh wow.
yeah, so I have to learn some stuff on the job.
Holy shit. Okay. So definitely a lot.
Yeah,
It sounds like
it's not.
your plate has been very full. I mean, moving alone is already huge.
Yeah, yeah, it is huge. So it's just a lot of adjustments that have to be made. But hopefully work will start to become familiar. I will get to the night shift eventually when I'm done training on days, and then I will achieve some level of normalcy later. And then I can continue onward. And then I will focus on getting more certifications, which will help with my Friday school goals. I'm sorry, misspoke.
Okay, so can we expect a housewarming party anytime soon?
No.
No. You thought about it for a second.
Honestly, I thought no, honestly, dude, I don't even think I'm gonna do one because the parking situation is actually worse than I thought.
Damn, how
Um,
bad?
Let me see. If we try really, really hard, 4 cars.
Wow, okay. That definitely does not leave a lot of room.
But no, there's not a lot of room. I think 2 cars is what fits. And that's not including my little garage like over it's not a garage, it's like a what's it called? Carport. It's a carport.
Okay, okay.
That I put my car in. Yeah. Yeah, so I don't think it's gonna happen,
It's a shame.
but I'll probably show. I mean, I'll probably show people one at a time if they want to come over and see what it's like. But to hold a big, like it sucks because the house itself is big enough to hold multiple people. It's just the parking situation's awful.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, dude, it's just yeah. So I'll I will let you guys know, but chances are it's probably not gonna it's probably not gonna happen.
That's okay, I get it.
But if you guys all want a clown car and one car and come and see the place, like I got no issues with that.
I mean, we could always try.
Yeah, we could. And that's yeah, but dude, that's pretty much it. It doesn't it doesn't sound like a lot. It just sounds like a few things, but those few things have been occupying my time so much. And yeah,
Yeah, and it's
I'm
been
actually
what, like 3 weeks now?
yeah, dude, it's been 3 weeks. And honestly, I'm surprised that I even was able to set up what I was able to set up, and I was able to play like some of the games that I was able to play with you, which we'll get into in a bit because we did try a new game together, but I'll let you bring that up.
Yes,
But
wonderful, great game.
bro, yeah. Well, let's check up on you first before we get into that because that's probably gonna take a while. But yeah, dude. So I'm lucky that I'm able to actually play whatever I'm able to play right now. Um, and yeah, and then that's pretty much it. Well, what about you? How's it been for you?
It's been going all right. Same old, same old. Taking the LSAT class, working. Except now I'm doing
Cool.
some extended hours because we're closing early this week. The college is going to close early this week, so I do leave work early. I did a freaking 8:30 to 4:30 shift today, so I was up since 7, which is much earlier than I'm used to, by at least 2 hours. So as you can imagine, I am pretty fucking exhausted. I might crash after
Oh
this.
my god.
We'll see, because I still got to watch my double toasted
Oh,
stream.
sh- oh
And
okay.
outside of that, the LSAT class is going all right. I took a practice test last week, I think, and I got my highest score so far. So that's good. Showing
Yes.
It's still not a good score, but it's better than what it was before. Um,
Dude, it's improvement. I'm so happy for you. I'm
yeah,
so happy
yeah,
for you
yeah.
because,
But I
dude,
gotta keep going. But like, man, I'm getting so tired of looking at fucking questions
bro, yeah, I get it.
and looking at questions and like barely making any progress. Even though at this point, I'm pretty sure I've looked at like over 300 questions.
Jeez, man, that's insanity. I'm,
It's hard, man, and really, it's time. Like I can do the questions. It's just a matter of doing time. Like for reading, I can do the first three passages, but then when I get to the fourth passage, I'm pretty much out of time. Like I have 2 minutes, and like that's not enough time. I pretty much have to just guess to that point, and then maybe I'll get like one more answer right out of those.
mhm,
And
okay,
then same thing like with the logic reasoning. It's like I get to like there's usually like 25 to 27 questions, and I'll answer maybe like 16 of them
yeah,
or 17 of them before like I run out of time and start rushing through, and then like the last minute is when I just I do my lucky letter of the day, which is usually C. I'll just answer C for the rest of them. And that usually give me like another point or two, but damn, man, it's
yeah.
it's so hard, and I don't even know if I want to take the test in January just yet. Maybe wait till February, but I can't keep procrastinating on that.
Okay. Well, I mean, so the class that you got, so usually these types of classes they have a lesson plan that's customized based on how long you have until your test day. So, so when you got this course, like how long was the course for?
It was I started in September, and it's until the middle of January. I think no, it's until like the second week of January. I think yes, like the middle, because
Oh,
the
okay.
test is on the 17th,
Okay, then so you timed it
so it's a
to
month from
finish.
now, exactly a month from now.
Okay, so you timed it to finish the class and then take the test like right afterwards. Okay.
Yeah, pretty
All right.
much.
Then you know what, dude? Then just go ahead and do it. Just do it. Like don't even think about it. A lot of the times these classes they make it harder so that the test seemed just easier, which is what they did for me in nursing school. You know, they made the exit exam difficult.
Oh, well, this is a standardized test, so like it's not going to look all that different from the material I've used.
Okay, then yeah. Yeah. Well, what I'm saying is like the classes or the material will usually be more difficult than the actual test itself so that you know you do somewhat good on the study material, then you'll end up doing better on the test. So
Yeah, we'll have to see because like like I said, it's a standardized test. So they use material from the previous tests to help you practice.
yeah, well, same with the NCLEX, which is the test for nursing.
Ah, okay.
So yeah, so that's what I'm saying. I think I got faith in you. I got faith in you. I mean, I always do, but like, you know what I mean.
Okay. And well, I mean, that's been my personal life, and as far as gaming has gone, well, first off, we've been playing a new game that's been coming out, a little something called Marvel Rivals,
Yeah.
and that
Um.
game has been pretty fucking cool. Like, I did not think
Uh.
it was gonna be as fun as it was, but wow, dude, like, it's so fun. I'm just gonna show some Psylocke gameplay because I like Psylocke. Psylocke's my one of my favorite to play, but yeah, dude, it's such a cool game. Like, so pretty much for those of you who don't know, I mean, I don't know how you don't know because it's like the one of the top games being talked about right now. Especially like if you're a hero shooter fan like us, it's particularly of Overwatch. It's the latest hero shooter from NetEase, I believe, and it's been advertised for a while, and it's pretty much Overwatch but with Marvel heroes and in third person. That's pretty much like the elevator pitch right
Yep.
there, and it's such a fun game. Like like I said, I have no clue it was going to be this much fun. Like before you started playing it, I started playing it like with just the bots, just so I can get a feel for the roster because I only played the alpha, and the alpha had a very small roster, and that was when I got to
Mhm.
play like Psylocke and like Winter Soldier. I played Venom. I played like the entire support roster, so like Luna Snow, who's like a relatively new Marvel hero I never really heard of, but apparently she's pretty new. Mantis, Rocky Raccoon, like all those characters, and man, every time like I always found something fun about them with just the bot matches, and
Yes.
like it left such a strong impression on me that I was like, man, we got to play this together. So that's why I really wanted you and Manny to play it, but unfortunately Manny is going through stuff with his bathroom, so he can't really play right now. He
Yeah.
actually has a legit excuse this time, not just fucking Warcraft. But when we played it, like we had a lot of fun. Like you were on support, and I was on the usual tank house and tank jail. Even though I would prefer to play damage in this game because the damage heroes are just way too fun. But I'm fine playing tank and you being on support. I can have someone I can trust. But what have you thought?
I remember. Okay, so I know we talked about it before, and I kind of was a long time ago, like early in the year when they first announced it or when they first showed the trailer, and we're just kind of like, wow, they're just blatantly like copying Overwatch. And we kind of, at least when I spoke about it, it was with a negative like undertone, negative connotation to it. But now I'm like, oh wow, they copied Overwatch, but like I'm really fucking happy about it because this is this is like what Overwatch should have been because it's fun. So like you said, it's a hero shooter. I didn't really have any high expectations for it because it's the way it looked, everyone was accusing it of being a fucking mobile game,
Especially
but
fresh off of
fresh off
Concord,
of yep,
the
yes,
other
dude.
unfortunate hero shooter release.
Yes, exactly.
But hey,
But
this isn't shit, so it's not like
no,
Concord.
dude, no, it's actually not shit at all. And in fact, it has grabbed my attention quite well. In fact, actually, I know you wanted to test the 6v6 in Overwatch, but I'd rather just play this with you instead of
Yeah,
testing
that's what a lot of people have said.
Yeah, it's so and it's like you said. So the roster itself is fun. Is just a lot of good characters, and the supports are actual. They're not heal bot heroes. They can actually do damage and help out with the team. In fact, there's been a lot of times where there's heroes that have tried to get away and they have like one health left, and I was able to get one shot of damage onto them as Mantis or as Adam Warlock, and then I can get right back to healing. And it actually feels like I do good support stuff. So very, very good game. Very, very good game. I am very pleased with it, and it is a hell of a lot of fun. Uh, and yeah, I like playing support.
Yeah, so point of
I
this
don't,
game is pretty fun. I mean, overall, damage is the most fun, and if I had issues with the game, I would say like the tank role leaves a little bit to be desired after playing it for a while. Because at first I'm like, oh, this is actually kind of fun. Then once you get like the loop of the tanks, it's kind of samey a lot of times. There's not really like too much that the tanks can really do. They're kind of limited in what they can and cannot do, especially in comparison to like Overwatch. Because like Overwatch's tanks, they're a lot of fun. The problem with Overwatch, the tank experience in Overwatch is Blizzard can't balance your game for shit. So like a lot of the abilities in the game can like just deny tank value for free. And then you also have 5v5, which really incentivizes counter swapping, which is why I really wanted to play the 6v6 mode because in 6v6 counter swapping wasn't really that bad. And this game is also 6v6, but unlike Overwatch, this game is open queue, which has led to some interesting problems because there are already people complaining like, damn man, this game really sucks when there's only like one supporting team or no one wants to play tank. And even some people have been starting calling for a role queue. But I mean, at least personally for me, I don't want role queue just yet. And even the devs themselves, it's like that's not the table for right now.
yeah,
We really want to try out making this game good with open queue, and we really have like some heroes in mind that we think can be really cool, like hybrid, like like damage tank or like tank support or damage support that we think can really help fill in the blanks.
yes, I agree. And I'm quite frankly, roll queue really. I was actually watching a video on. I can't remember what it was. I can't remember who it was. I think it was Coach Mills. He's a YouTuber,
Yeah, I know who
and
he is.
he actually, yeah, you know who he is. Yeah, perfect. So he actually made a video of responding to the calls for roll queue, and he explained that well, this game does not need roll queue. Number one, and number two, Overwatch itself was never supposed to have a roll queue. It was made in response to Brig, which was a hero that essentially broke Overwatch. So they had to, so they tried in vain to redesign the game in order to fit her in. So yeah, no, I think everything is fine as is, unless they make a game breaking hero like Brig. I don't think there's a need for roll queue. And also, something that that's something that OpenQ offers is, bro, what's the longest you've had to wait for a match in this game?
It's usually well, in Overwatch 2, the queue times are really good because, 5v5, you only need one tank, and it's a lot quicker to fill a lobby of 10 people as opposed to 12 people. But in Overwatch 1, like, I would wait sometimes like 10 minutes if I was playing
10
damage.
minutes
Yeah, if I was playing damage.
for roll queue.
For roll queue, yeah.
Okay, yeah, but with open queue, no, I'm talking about
Oh,
Marvel
with Open
Rivals.
Queue. Oh, with Marvel Rivals, it's like instant. It's pretty
Yeah,
much.
dude, it's
And,
yeah,
and day
exactly.
one, it was like at most literally 2 seconds. I'm not even joking. Like the estimated time
Dude, we
would say
literally,
2 seconds.
bro, there were some matches where I literally would press the button and I because I'm like, oh, I can press the button to queue and I'll go endorse all my teammates. Bro, I endorse nobody because it instantly put me in another match. It's like, no, I forgot to. No, I didn't. No, I want to endorse you guys. You gotta believe me. But yeah, dude, this game does not need roll queue. I think there's other important shit that they need to work on or add to the game before roll queue is even a priority. So nah, leave the game alone. It's fine. It's fine right now, and let's see what else they have to offer us in the future. Which, dude, this game's great. I
Well, what
saw
I
the. Go ahead.
Oh, I said what I would say is I would like to see at least like a roll cap. So like not a roll lock where it's like two twos in forced comp, and then you have to queue in ahead of time. But make it so like when you jump into a match, your team can't select like more than three per roll. So like you can't have like three supports. Oh no, I'm sorry. You can only go up to three, so you can't go past three. So you can pick, you can go like three DPS, and then like two supports and one tank, or you can go like three tanks, one DPS, and like two supports, right? But the idea is that you can't have more than three of anything, and at least that should solve situations where you get like the quad DPS comps,
Yeah, I guess that would work.
and it would still keep it open enough, but it just makes it so that you can't pick quad because like if you pick quad DPS, you're just gonna lose. Like,
Yeah,
there's no way you're gonna win
watch one too.
unless your team is just head and shoulders above the other team. You're not gonna win.
Yeah, absolutely. And also it fixed the I think that's a good idea. I know in Overwatch 1 they had a system where you can pick multiple characters at the same time, like the infamous 6 Winston comp.
Yeah, but that was like the first month of the game. They took that off almost
Yeah,
immediately.
yeah, because they realized that okay, yeah, this clearly is not working.
It
So,
was it was fun though when they brought Overwatch Classic back for the event. It was really fun doing that, like doing beam
yeah.
comps like that.
Well, yeah, because you had a whole bunch of Winstons and shit, but eventually it got old quick. Kind of like how the Jeff the Shark Ultimate was cute and funny at first, but now everyone like literally wants to hang Jeff from a tree because they're really upset with Jeff
Dude,
right
that
now.
that that alt is bullshit. It can literally people out from the sky. Bro, it is the hitbox on it's like a skyscraper. Like it covers the entire vertical
Yeah,
radius of it.
no, vertical. Also, a generous amount of like outside of the circle radius. Dude, there's people that have been outside of that
Circle.
area of effect and they
Uh,
still get swallowed up.
oh my
Yeah.
god. Okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
field, whatever.
And then he fucking Haktulas
Yeah,
off you
and
off the edge of the map, and then you just die immediately.
yeah, or he goes with you because he thinks it's funny. Yeah.
Or he just needs to confirm the
However, I
kill.
did see. Yeah. Oh no, but you know what? I did see one save where Doctor Strange put a portal off the ledge where Jeff was about to spit people out, and it spit them back to spawn, and then they jumped back and killed Jeff.
That's a great clip. I would have loved to see that.
Yeah, dude. And actually, the Doctor Strange portal mechanic is dope. It's so much fun,
It
and
is.
dude,
It is. It
you
is.
can shoot through it and get kills through the portal. Oh my god, that so good,
Yeah, I think
so
Doctor
good.
Strange's portal is like the one, really the single most interesting mechanic that the tanks have. It's just
Yes.
it's so because it's like Symmetra like Symmetra's teleporter, but you can actually shoot through it. So you can do some
Yeah.
interesting stuff where like you can set it up like behind the enemy team, and your team can shoot through. Maybe get a pick before you actually go in through the portal.
Yeah. Well, I've seen this one where the Loki copies a friendly Iron Man, and they both do their ults through the portal, but the portal is aiming down So it literally looks like an APC. It's just shooting like from the sky, and these poor bastards have like no idea what the hell's going on. So
That's great.
it's it.
I had to see that. There's just so many I have to see now.
There's so much. It's a lot of well, it's like the old Overwatch slander, and the old Overwatch meme compilations,
Uh huh.
but for Marvel Rivals,
See if we see some portals. Portals.
like Portal Troll.
I've also seen people use it to like cut off choke points. So they make it so that like if you enter one side, you just enter back on your side.
Oh
to
yeah, like
spawn.
this.
And people they never got me because I'm too smart. But I know they got you like the first time you played in ranked.
Yeah, they got me the first time I played, and I was like,
And it's funny because you stared at it. I'm like, no, jump through, and you just jump through anyways.
dude, I was already in, like, I was already like falling down. Oh,
Yeah, because I saw it, like, wait a minute. And I just backed up, like, no, don't jump. And half our team jumps in and dies, including you. But yeah, no, people don't fall for this anymore, unfortunately. I've tried it a few times. Yeah, they don't fall for it. But
yeah, no, they don't fall for it anymore. But
it was great when it did happen.
yeah, but it's so cool. Oh, wait, is this Oh,
The Spider-Man
jeez. Oh my god,
got nuked.
dude, that poor man.
Took one for the team. They would have been fucked if he wasn't there. But yeah, like there's a lot of fun, goofy stuff that you can do, which is something that a lot of people have been kind of nostalgic for with Overwatch, because Overwatch started as kind of like a silly game. That's part of the reason why it was so fun, was because it was really really silly game. But then over the years, right, it's become a bit more competitive minded, which isn't bad in and of itself, but you definitely alienate like a certain audience when you do that.
Yeah,
And now like the games, I mean, the balance is shitty, but they definitely try and keep it like competitive, because they try, make it so that the characters are as evenly as possible with each other. I mean, good luck with that with 5v5, because 5v5 is a is a fucking nightmare, especially after they did season 9 changes where they increased everyone's health and then made super tanks, which is something 6v6 fixes, where super tanks are they're pretty much gone. Like the tanks can actually die, even if they're getting healed, they can actually die. Like if they make a mistake,
no,
which is good.
No, it is good, but I really do think that 6v6 is a step in the right direction. Marvel Rivals has 6v6, and again, I think they have it to where every character is kind of OP in their own right. Like each character, each hero, I guess, has their own, has their own kit that can make them feel OP in certain settings. Like I don't think they're. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but is there a character that you would say is objectively like bad in every single scenario, or no?
No, not right now. I would say though, Hela and Hawkeye are fucking busted every single scenario though.
Well, not only that, dude, but also freaking Winter Soldier that has an alt that resets with every kill, dude. Like, I've seen compilations of people getting his alt 13 times in a row.
I mean, but that's kind of like cool, and you have to earn that. But like Hela's like just gets free value because she can just sit across the map and throw her shit and just get shitloads of damage. Which leads me to my first point about things I don't really like about the game, because we're in the honeymoon phase right now. It's like everything's hunky dory, it's all rainbows and blowjobs. But eventually people are gonna start optimizing the game. They're gonna start figuring shit out. And people very early on figured out that Hela and Hawkeye are busted. And part of the reason why they're so busted is because they have this weird thing called season bonuses. And I think the idea is, now I don't know for sure, but I think the idea is that every season they want to have team up bonuses to incentivize people to pick certain characters so that they can do the synergy attacks, which that's like their big one of their big gimmicks besides the destructibility, is that teams can actually team up together and like they can either do special attacks or give each other special bonuses. Like, we gotta try this. Okay, Raccoon, for example, when he has Winter Soldier or Punisher as a teammate, he gets a new ability that lets him throw down like a damage boost that gives him infinite ammo.
Yes.
For a few seconds.
I've seen it.
And they want to do stuff like that. But then you have like Hela and Hawkeye, right, who get season bonuses. And it's cool that they get, like team up passives and stuff. But the problem is that the buff that they get is, and by the way, this season bonus is like they get it no matter what. They deal 20% more damage, so they do
Yeah. So
fuckloads of damage. And I looked up their numbers. Hawkeye does normally 160 damage. He does 192. Just body shots. Just his body shots.
yeah.
And his arrows are fast as hell, and he charges them up fast as hell. So like he's like sniping people from like across the map. Like he's like almost like a Widowmaker in Overwatch, where he just owns the shit out of you before you can even get close to him. Like I was playing with Paul. Sorry, but let me finish. I was playing with with Paul, and I just picked Hawkeye like on like spawn. And dude, that match I went like 32 and like 4.
Damn, holy crap.
Or like 32 and 3. Like I just didn't die, and I just killed everything. I mean, we somehow still lost. I don't know how, but it was we had to push through. We didn't get to the final push, but I was just murdering the shit out of everything.
Interesting. Well, because I always thought that those damage bonuses or like the heal bonuses was only in effect if you played with heroes that were able to have team up abilities.
No. If your character is flagged as a team anchor, that's the term, right? You need them to like get the bonuses. They give several characters bonuses. The team anchor gets passive bonuses.
Ah, I see. Okay, yeah. I see. I didn't know that.
So the reason why I don't really like it is because, well, one, it can make characters busted, like Hawkeye and Hela case, right? Because damage increase is always really good, especially if it's 20, the shitload. But then it makes characters feel inconsistent because characters like Venom and Hulk, for example, get 150 health, and it feels like at like how the game is right now, they need it because they explode if they do not have it.
Yes.
So it's like, I mean,
sense.
Why not just balance your game and just put the the synergy attacks in. Like I don't mind the synergy attacks rotating every season to like incentivize people to pick different characters, but don't give them like passive bonuses just for fucking existing.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Or like I said, tie the bonus into the team up. Like if you want the bonus, then have those heroes that have those synergy attacks team up, and then the bonus will be granted to you.
See, I wouldn't even like that because then that means you have to pick them if you want to win.
Oh no, you don't have to. That's just again, it's an added. That's why it's called a bonus. It's an added effect because of the synergy. Because dude, people don't synergize all the time.
Well, I mean, the game's new and everyone's figuring stuff out. Everyone sucks at the game, so people are trying to figure stuff out. But as the game goes along, people are going to start optimizing it. They're going to start coordinating more. You see it in Overwatch. Like, I mean, sometimes you see it in Overwatch, but I definitely see it a lot more Overwatch now than I did, a few years ago. Where, like, people, had zero clue how to play Overwatch 2 at launch. And in Overwatch 1, people had zero clue how to play Overwatch 1. But now, even like, your Silver Sammy knows like what characters to pick like in what situation most of the time, right? They're like, okay, like if I want to deal with this, if I want to deal like with all this spam that's flying my way, I can pick D.Va, right? With Defense Matrix, like they know that.
Yeah.
In which case, then people will know to pick that. Or
I guess that's true on that front.
For Marvel Rivals.
I guess we'll have to wait and see. I think right now, though, like you said, no one really knows how to play the game. Or at least no one knows how to optimize the game yet. So for now, just keep it fun and just make it, exactly, just make it fun. Once people stop having fun, then that's when you're gonna run into some problems. But they've already instituted some stuff for those that are super competitive, like at a certain rank, the lobby itself actually can vote on which heroes they don't want to see him.
Which
play.
Oh my god, we need that like across all ranks, please. Like just have it across all ranks.
No.
And it's
well, at least not. At least go ahead. Sorry.
It's crazy to me that Overwatch doesn't have a ban system, even though we've asked for a ban system for so long. Like we asked for a ban system in Overwatch 1, and Jeff was like, "Oh, you want hero pools? Here, we'll pick the heroes for you that we'll ban. We'll ban them for like a week." And their system was so stupid because it was based on like pick rates. So what ended up happening was like the same two heroes would just alternate between. Like they'll just be like, all right, well, our meta heroes got banned, so we'll just pick the heroes that are like slightly less meta, and then those heroes get banned, and the meta heroes come back, and the meta heroes get back, and then the slightly less meta heroes come in. So they just alternate between the two.
But it makes no sense because you ban the heroes, and then you just make a new meta. Like, yeah, you stop one meta, but then you create a whole new one. So no, it makes no sense to do that. No, let the players pick what heroes they don't want in play because if I'm gonna die consistently, I want it to be to a skillful player and not to a fucking land shark. That's all it is. This game is great though. I know it's the honeymoon phase, but it's just so good. It's so good. I've gone back and played a couple times. I'm getting really good with Adam Warlock. I really like the way he plays. So
Okay.
yeah, and so Adam Warlock, Cloak and Dagger, and Mantis, and I think those are my favorite heroes to play.
Ah,
I
okay.
like it.
Yeah, they're fun.
Yeah,
I do like them because especially I like Warlock's Adam Warlock's right click because he's like Zenyatta's right click.
yep. And I've
So,
gotten a few. I've gotten a
and
few.
have you seen the
Uh,
crazy animation cancels you can do? Like, I think I sent you a link.
Yeah, you did. You did send me a link to one of them, and I was like, "Oh, I can
Yeah,
increase his fire rate." Yeah,
yeah,
but
you
it's
gotta
good.
try that.
Yeah, it's really good because because he heals, but it's more for like teammate support and damage mitigation, especially with his soul bind, dude. Like if you can proc soul bind on the whole team, no one's gonna die because you're all gonna share the damage. Because if more people are soul bound, then you can get hit with big dig damage and still come out like relatively unscathed. It also makes it here easier for the secondary healer. But I will say, yeah, he's definitely not a main healer. He is a secondary. He gets 2 charges of his chain heal, and that's it.
That's pretty much it. Yeah, it's like, oh,
Yeah. Yeah,
good
it's like,
luck,
oh,
guys. You got 6 seconds before it comes back up.
there was even one guy that was like, "Oh my god, heal me!" And I'm like, "I'm the only healer, and I just spent my 2 charges. Sorry."
And yeah, you hear the alternate fire. I mean, it's sped up for the purpose of the GIF, I think, but
Yeah.
actually, it's not easy to pull off. I tried it. It's actually kind of tough. The timing's kind of strict.
Mm. Okay. Oh Jesus, Iron Fist. That's another cancer. It's another cancerous character.
He's so fun. I like him.
Man, I don't like getting punched. Because you know what I will say, I don't think any of the supports have a get out of jail free card.
No, they
Like
have
or
to. They do a shitload of damage. That's what they have to do. They have to pretty much kill the target.
which, dude, yeah, I think the only one that has a safety measure is Mantis with her sleep.
No. Jeff has
Oh
his
yeah,
drive.
Jeff.
He does it for free, and it heals him, and it makes him fast, and it makes him super
Yeah,
tiny too, so you can't even hit him.
yeah. Never mind. I take it back. The ones I play don't have it.
Yeah, and well, we did. Well, we can actually talk about this later. We did play one other game that got a big update, but it actually leads to the Game
Yes.
Awards, and we spent a lot of time on the intro. So let's move on to the
Yeah.
news.
Sorry, guys. Sorry.
When we're done glazing Marvel Rivals, okay. But you know what's not being glazed is Suicide Squad. Kill Your Game servers, which is going to go offline apparently in January, as confirmed by Warner Brothers and Rocksteady Studios. And yeah, in a new blog post, Rocksteady said that the game is going to be taken offline, but there will be F-Stroke will be added, and the final season 4, will be released in 2025. In which case, then the game will no longer be supported and receive new content. And yeah, this pretty much ends Suicide Squad's very short-lived, very unpleasant run. Which, as a reminder, the game struggles to make like 5 digits, I think, in character count for concurrent players. Which, for a live service game that Suicide Squad wanted to be, that's very pathetic numbers, right? Like, no one was really enthused with this. Like, everyone was just mad at this game all the time. Everyone was always, so cynical of the game. Oh no, it did reach 5 digits, but still, like 13,000. It's not a lot, if any at all.
Lord. Yep. Oh man, oh man.
Yeah,
So, wait, who said like how long did we give this game?
I don't remember, dude. We have to go up back. I think we gave it shorter.
I gave it shorter. I think I actually got it within my time frame. I thought within the next like couple months.
Oh, well, I mean, 11 months. It's a little less than a year, but it's practically a year because the game came out this February, I think. I think it came out like towards the
Yeah.
middle of this February. And this game got kind of milk toast support. You had a Joker released at first, but then he was paywalled, even though they said the character's going to be free. So like you still have to pay for it, and then you had to like grind for him or whatever.
Yeah, and then
And
you had
oh man, and then they had like the weirdest characters, like
Mrs. Freeze.
That's right. It was Mrs. Freeze, right? One of the worst Freeze designs I've ever seen. Look, I'm not against a Mrs. Freeze, like, because it's multiverse stuff, right? So you'd be like, oh, why don't I have a female, Miss Freeze? But my God, dude, what the, what is this design?
What is this?
What is this? This is not a good look, right?
Honestly, that image right there, she looks like a Concord hero.
Oh yeah, I guess so. Yeah, it was Concord before Concord, but then we had
what was it? What was the other one? Like, what were all the? Oh God, no, not that Suicide Squad. No, get that away.
And then we had Lawless, who's apparently
who is that?
Deadshot's daughter from like an alternate reality. Yeah, I had to look up who this is. I'm like, who the fuck is this? And she looks like a Fortnite character. Like, okay, this is the character you want to get people excited for your game. Okay, sure. You had
Absolutely.
you had like Killer Croc, Killer Frost, Deathstroke, which to be fair, Deathstroke was the last character. But he probably should be like the first character. Like you have all these cool villains, and this is who you fucking pick? What? And who is the Deathstroke is the latest one.
And final one.
The latest and final one. Probably should have been the first. And then there was one in between. But I cannot remember who. Oh no, I'm sorry. That's all four. Yeah.
Yeah, that's all
Joker,
four. Yeah.
Miss Freeze, Lawless, and Stroke. Oh yeah, and then let's not forget how much of an endearing character Lawless is when she has such great lines. She has I can't see it here, but you can read it. But she pretty much says, yeah, so I Columbus her pendant.
What?
I Christopher Columbus her pendant. Get it? Because Christopher Columbus stole from Indians. I Columbus some cool Catwoman memorabilia.
Bruh.
Isn't that such a great line, bro?
That's fucking, that's cringe. That's legit cringe.
But she's so quippy.
I skibbidied Catwoman's pendant.
Yeah, I would have preferred that.
Does that make me cool?
Yeah, so they have such great writers. And
oh, what the Sigma. I hate it. I hate it. Get it away from me.
Come on, bro. You want to play Suicide Squad? You want to play Lawless?
No.
But she's so cool and well known.
Yeah, well known. Sure, yeah. Well known to freaking whatever. No. I don't even have a quippy line for that. Like, I Columbused. Oh my God.
You could have chosen so many better. Like Black Manta's another one. That's right.
Black Manta's an Aquaman villain, though.
Yeah, but he's been on the Suicide Squad.
I think the Suicide.
I would have preferred the fucking Weasel. I would have taken the Weasel.
Yeah, the Weasel's too cool, though.
Well, now he's in that Creature Commando show, that animated James Gunn show that's supposed to start off the new DCU, the one that's hopefully won't suck because it actually has a plan.
I actually don't think it will. I have faith in James Gunn. And speaking of which, have you seen the Superman poster?
Yes, I have. It looks really good. It looks like an Alex Ross painting. Alex Ross painting.
Yes, dude. The one that drew the Kingdom Come Superman, right? Can you pull it up?
I have no idea. Yes. He hasn't drawn, but it looks like this. Like it looks like Alex Ross.
Well, he's known for like the hyper realistic drawings. Like they look almost like pictures, like photos. Dude, look at that. Oh my God, it's so good. I love that shit. Pull up Kingdom Come Superman Kingdom Come or something. Yeah.
Real quick, and then we got to move on. But
sorry, dude, look at that.
This one?
Yeah, that's one of the comic stills. Look at that shit, dude.
Yeah, it looks really good.
Dude, and look at the one down where he the one where he's holding the villains or the heroes. To your right. Oh no, it went away. Oh wait, go back, scroll down. Dude, yeah, look at that, Kingdom Come.
Ah, okay. Yeah, it looks so cool.
Dude, oh my God, I love that art style, and that's actually a really good Superman comic as well.
Yeah, as you see.
Dude, awesome. I'm hyped. I'm sold. Just give it to me already. I can't take it. I can't take it anymore.
Well, there's supposed to be a trailer this Friday, I
Yes.
think.
Yes.
So looking forward to that.
Indeed. But anyway, so I'm
But
looking
you know,
forward to I'm looking forward to DC making actual good shit, and they're also getting rid of all of their awful shit,
yes,
which makes me happy. It looks like we're turning a new leaf,
yes.
and I'm happy.
Oh, and all it cost was a couple of crappy ass DC movies and a crappy Suicide Squad game that cost them $200 million.
I think they were just looking for tax write-offs. I think they're serious this time. I think they're for cereal this time. But yeah, but you want to know what's really cereal?
Yeah. What's really serious is, well, the unfortunate passing of Masayuki Kato, who is the founder of Nihon Falcom, and the former president of Nihon Falcom actually was the first president. Apparently,
Indeed.
he died on Sunday, December 15th, at the age of 78, far too young,
Yeah,
which was released or known to everyone via an announcement from Nihon Falcom, which is in Japanese that I will not even bother trying to read. We'll take their word for it.
absolutely.
But yeah, so like this guy, he started off as a computer technician in the auto industry, and he wanted to start working on video games. So he founded Nihon Falcom in 1981. Just to show you how old this company is, right? We're in 2024. This company's been going since 1981.
Yeah.
So what is that, like 43 years? Just about?
Yeah, dude. Yeah, it's honestly, I think I think we've covered it before that Nihon Falcom was working on RPGs before anybody else. So they've been around for quite a long time. They're one of the first, especially their Dragon Slayer series. And excuse me. But what's interesting about them is they've always stayed pretty local to Japan. They didn't really follow other developers, like Nintendo and Square and publishing their games to the West. They just kind of kept to themselves mostly. It wasn't until recently that they've actually started to actively release all of their products in the West. And actually, I think we're catching up to a point where they're going to start releasing them side by side. Because as you know, the Legend of Heroes series was pretty local to Japan, and then they've started to kind of drip feed the games to us, and we've been getting the localized English versions faster and faster and faster.
Which is great. But
Yes.
according to the obituary, he made games or had games published in partnership with Apple. So him and Falcom made games originally for the Apple computer. And it stayed like that for a long time, which kind of limited their appeal because they kind of just stuck to the Japanese PC market. And they got big in Japan for a time, especially in the 80s and 90s. But as consoles became more and more popular, and you have companies like SquareSoft, which used to be or is now known as Square Enix because they merged with Enix or Enix, however you want to pronounce it. And then they brought the Final Fantasy series, and the Final Fantasy series exploded and pretty much introduced the West to Japanese RPGs. And then now we have like Atlas and FromSoft. FromSoft, like it's made in Japan. We wouldn't really consider a JRPG, but it's an RPG made in Japan.
Yeah.
From Japan.
Yeah.
So under Kato's leadership, they started working on action RPG games. The early example of action RPG games like Panorama Toe in 1983, Dragon Slayer, which you just mentioned right now, and Xanadu in 1985. And then they sort of entered the market, slowly started entering the console market, like in the early 2000s, where they brought Geese 1 and 2 complete, and Legend of Heroes Trails in the Sky to PlayStation devices like PS2 and PSP. That's kind of like when they started, creeping their way in towards the Western and console market, very, very slowly over time. Yeah, this guy, like for us at least, he's pretty much like a legend. Like we didn't know his name until now, but like now we know, man, that the guy responsible for giving us a company that's responsible for giving us games that both of us love, especially you.
Yes, absolutely. So, Masayuki Kato, thank you very much. The Trails games are near and dear to my heart, so I cannot express my gratitude enough for what you've done. Rest in peace. I don't know if you knew how much of an impact you have made. Because, again, Nihon Falcom is not as big as other gaming studios or gaming names like Square and Nintendo, but you did good. You did good, man. And we will remember you.
Yeah, this is gameplay of Xanadu 2, which is on the PC. As you see, it's a very old game. It's pretty much
Oh, yeah.
like you just walk up to them and it does damage pretty much. But like at the time, That was considered action RPG, right? Because there's no turn-based taking. You just walk up to them,
Yeah.
and your character starts attacking. Now you get the latest Ys game, which is pretty much like a freaking hack and slash game almost. Yeah, like let me see if I find some combat here, but they've come a long way with their action.
Yeah, they have.
Now they're like pretty much legit action games, or at least legit action RPG games. And even Trails has introduced some action elements, like in their combat, right? They can like roll around and attack, so you can soften up the enemy before you actually get into the turn base. And my internet's okay, whatever. Oh wait, there it is. There we go. Yeah, right. So a lot more fast paced, right?
Yeah, a lot more fast paced.
So yeah, with all that, rest in peace, Mr. Kato. You will be missed, and thank you so much for starting this great company, which has amazingly been going to this day, and actually has remained really small. Like it's crazy how such a small company is able to endure for so long, because like they don't even have like 100 employees, I think.
Yeah.
How much do they have? Let's see, real quick.
I think we looked it up before.
65.
Oh my god! Yeah, okay, yeah. I thought it was a little bigger than that, but never mind.
No, it is a tiny company, very tiny, which is crazy, like considering how many games they can make so quickly. Because they released Ys this year, and Trails. Well, they localized it, but like they probably made them like in close proximity of each other. Yeah. And Trails, Trails Through Daybreak 2 is coming out this year in Japan, or next year in Japan. No, next year in Japan, and then hopefully soon it'll come here. All right, so let's move on to our big story, man. This is the big one. So it's that time of year again. It's award season, where once again we have a new Game Awards, and with a new Game Awards we get new controversies, right? So it wouldn't be a Game Awards without controversy. So before oh whoops. So like before the Game Awards started, like there was a huge controversy with like Shadow of the Erdtree. It was considered to be nominee for Game of the Year, and considering the game's a DLC, a lot of people were like, "Man, why is this being nominated for a DLC? Oh, this is a conspiracy to give FromSoft another Game of the Year award, right? The usual, like people always making these crazy accusations for something that could just be attributed to stupidity, right? Don't attribute to malice what you can to stupidity in this case.
Yeah,
it was just a bad decision to nominate it, because like I hold the view that most people hold, which is that a DLC should not be nominated for Game of the Year, even if it's really fucking good, like Shadow of the Erdtree, which was absolutely amazing. But it's a DLC, right? It requires a base game. It requires you to get really deep in the base game. Like you have to finish like 80% of the game, or 90% of it, before you can even access it.
Yeah,
unless you speed through it, of course, which I did on my subsequent playthroughs. But like, if you're playing fresh with a fresh character, you got to go through like 90% of the game before you even start it.
Yeah. I think even the director or the creator of the game mentioned like, yeah, you better hurry up and beat this boss in order to unlock the new DLC. Kind of like he trolled on Twitter or something.
Yeah, Miyazaki.
Yeah,
I see people on Twitter. But you have that, and then that was pretty much the biggest controversy at the time just beforehand. But overall, like the award show itself, right, was actually really good. And part of that is because, I know you didn't see it in its entirety, but they managed to really take the criticism from last year on the chin. Because you remember last year, right, where people were like, "Oh, this is so Hollywood. Like you're not giving the developers so much enough time to make their speeches." The infamous, wrap it up teleprompter that was there.
Yeah, dude.
Got really mad over. And then meanwhile, like these celebrities were able to just talk however long they want. You had Kojima talking for like 10 minutes straight with Jordan Peele about fucking nothing. And then meanwhile, all the developers are being, shoot off. But how much of the show did you see exactly?
I'm not gonna lie, not much. I only saw like some of the games that they put, and also the speech that Sven gave.
Okay. Well, that's okay, because we're gonna go through some highlights here.
Sounds good to me.
And it's a good thing I timestamped a lot of stuff, because that way I can just show you it.
Yes.
And you can see it real quick, but we'll go over real quick. So the show
started
So the show started off with the pre-show, because it was the ceremony, the award ceremony was so long, they had to do a little pre-show beforehand, so that way you can get some of the smaller awards out and some of the smaller announcements of the way, so that way they don't take up time from the main show. But I'm not gonna show that. Pretty much like Tekken 8 won Fighting Game of the Year, which No surprise, right? That's pretty much like a given. Any year,
Yeah.
like a Tekken comes out or a Street Fighter comes out, you just have to assume he's gonna win Fighting Game of the Year. But there were some interesting reveals, and let's make this full screen because I have way too many fucking tabs open, and they're too small to see. But the very first one was this game. They announced a Ninja Gaiden, like a new 2D Ninja Gaiden game, and it is being made by the Game Kitchen, which, for those of you who don't know, it's the developers of Blasphemous. And Blasphemous is like it's a 2D Souls-like game with absolutely gorgeous pixel-like graphics. And well, you'll see, like in the trailer, like I'm not gonna show the whole anime cutscene, right? But you can see here, it looks. Oh wait, hold on, I got crappy ass 240p. There we go. As you can see, right, it's absolutely gorgeous pixel art graphics, and the game looks flashy as hell. Right, got sick ass graphics, great music.
It looks like the movement in that game looks flawless.
It's got some movement.
Movement, indeed.
Got some hardcore movement. So it's kind of important that this was the first one announced because it kind of set the tone for the kind of reveals that you can expect. So like the theme of this year was like, boy, if you're a 30-plus-year-old gamer, you're gonna have the fucking time of your life watching this because every single like franchise or IP that's been dormant since like you were a kid and that you loved, it's now coming back, right? It seems like all these old companies are like, oh shit, right? People kind of like this old stuff and we haven't really done anything with it in a while. Let's bring it back. And that was, a running theme throughout. We're gonna go through a lot more, but that was the first reveal. The second reveal was a weird one, right? So next one involved special gaming mascot legend. I don't know if you're familiar with him. His name is Pac-Man.
Yes.
Yes, of course. Of course you know Pac-Man. Well, Pac-Man's got a new, very interesting new entry going on. Let's just have you watch real quick.
I've seen this one.
You've seen this one? Oh my god. Okay, so
no, but keep playing it.
So this was like, wait a minute, what is that? Is that Pac-Man? What is this? So Pac-Man got his Dark and Gritty reboot, or Dark and Gritty adaptation now, which is very interesting.
Yes.
Definitely Pac-Man Metroidvania was not in my bingo card for the Video Game Awards 2024. So
yeah.
This was like one of the more odd announcements that was made. And we were like, what the fuck is happening here? And apparently there's like, Come on. Yeah, but eats the O.
It honestly looks pretty cool. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, but it's so weird. It's like, okay, I guess Pac-Man has gone dark now. We're in this Metroidvania where you can control a Pac-Man and a swordsman who needs Pac-Man's help to fight monsters and stuff. That was the interesting one. What you were saying?
Imagine having like Pac-Man instead of Navi.
Yeah, pretty much. Except Navi can eat people. Like it's just
yeah.
If Navi could eat people, then yeah, it would be Pac-Man.
Absolutely, I like it. Feet
and feet detected. So this next one was also really interesting. So this one is Solasta 2, which is a sequel to the CRPG game Solasta, which is based on a setting in D&D. And, it's a computer RPG game, but you can see just how computer RPG-ish it is once we get to the actual game.
Yeah, well,
and does that look familiar to you?
I'm sold already.
Yeah, it's looks like a certain Game of the Year winner we both really fucking love.
Game of the Millennium. Game of the Millennium.
Game of the decade, right? That you and I both absolutely adored, and won Game of the Year last year, and that would be Baldur's Gate, right? So this game is clearly very Baldur's Gate coded, because they just saw how much people love this, and they're like, you know what, we can do something like that.
Yep. Oh, and now they're doing the whole early access, just like Baldur's Gate, and you know what? I'm all for it.
So those are the smaller reveals for the pregame show. So let's go over what happened the actual main show. That's a little later.
That's later.
That's a little later. So for the actual award show itself, so they actually started off. I really liked how they started this off. So Geoff Keighley started off giving a little important shout out to a man who's responsible for one of the greatest consoles of all time, that being the PlayStation. And his name is Ken Kutaragi, who is also known as the father of the PlayStation.
The great Ken Kutaragi!
Oh, perfect. I got it.
Nice.
Yes, that's Ken Kutaragi right here. And of course, it's the 30th anniversary of PlayStation. So it's natural to give him a shout out.
Also tonight, We welcome a double nominee who's competing against.
Although it's kind of funny because he goes up. So he goes up. I guess he was kind of confused because he went up.
Yeah, I think
he wasn't
confused.
supposed to. He thought he got something when it was just supposed to be
I
a
feel
shout
bad
out.
now.
It's okay. No one even noticed. I don't think that people even noticed. I didn't even notice at first because I was doing a stream watch party, so I didn't even notice at all. Probably other people didn't notice. Hopefully, but little senior moment there. He's an old man. He's 70 something. But yeah, that was Ken Kutaragi. Everyone paying some brief respect to him. Yeah, so if you're a Sony pony and you love your PlayStation, you can thank this man right here, Ken Kutaragi.
He made it happen.
Made one of the greatest consoles of all time. It was kind of funny watching him, wander on set. Or he tried to, but the security guard got him off. Which I don't know if you noticed, man, but like how the past years there's been security problems with it, with the Game Awards and with the Summer Games Fest.
Yep.
Well, it seems like Joff took security real seriously because you got this big guy right here.
Dude, like that guy.
That guy is staring Kutaragi down. He's like, I don't give a fuck if you're the father of PlayStation. You better not step past this velvet rope. But yeah, it seems like he really stepped up. Security this year. He's got the velvet rope. He's got security. You should see security everywhere, and they're like constantly.
Yeah, you see another. You see another guy in the background too, like all the way in the back.
Oh yeah, I see him.
Like further down the road.
Yeah, right there, right.
Yeah, right there. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, so again, it's just Joff, taking the criticism to mind. Not enough security, not giving devs enough time. And then another interesting surprise was we had some Muppets on set because Joff's always been a really big Muppet fan and incorporated them over the years.
All right, let's keep the show rolling.
It's already rolling. Off a cliff.
Oh! I love those guys.
Statler and Waldorf. I don't know what we said.
Yeah, Statler and Waldorf, right? The original haters.
The original haters, but you know what? They're masters at their craft.
Master haters. So the other interesting thing about the Muppets, or at least the use of Statler and Waldorf, is they made a lot of jokes at Geoff Keighley's expense, usually making references to how he was joking about how it's just commercials with interrupted by awards, right? All the jokes you expect out of the internet, people criticizing the Game Awards and Geoff Keighley over the years, and Statler and Waldorf are kind of the mouthpiece of the internet. So it was kind of cool to see Geoff kind of take it on the chin. And let it, all right, guys, you can have your laugh. Right? We're gonna have Statler and Waldorf just say all the stuff you're saying, pretty much.
Honestly, that's a good move on their part.
Yeah. And then there was afterwards we had 421.
Can you type in the timestamp?
No, I don't think I can. I don't think I can, unfortunately.
Oh, lame.
I have to be very precise. But then you have Troy Baker and his little brother Todd Howard.
Sorry, I saw. Damn, what's his name? Is it Sean Murray, the creator of No Man's Sky? I saw him in that little clip.
Oh, okay. I didn't notice him, but I did notice the height differential here, man. This is classic 5'11" versus 6 feet case here. Troy Baker's had to bring his little brother Todd Howard on.
I had no idea Troy Baker was that tall.
Yeah, apparently he's 6'3", so he's fucking huge. Yeah, this guy's a NBA
Good
player.
Lord, man.
But they came up here to present the Best Performance Award, along with a special guest appearance by special someone.
Oh, yes.
Yes, you saw this, right? So Indiana Jones himself, right? It's natural that, Troy and Todd will come up to present the... Oh yeah, I saw him now.
There you go.
Best performance considering,
Well,
Indiana
Troy
Jones.
Baker,
yeah, Troy Baker is Indy. And, he actually does give one of the best performances of the year, but unfortunately Indiana Jones didn't qualify for it because it came out too late. But it's natural, that a game, surrounding a cinematic icon like Indy would be the ones to present, the award. And he just looked lost. He was like,
Job.
I just saw it so funny that when he came on, he was like, I have no idea what's happening.
this guy does not.
He does not want to be there. He's just.
Well, dude, honestly, Harrison Ford is that actor that doesn't want to be in any of the movies that he is. I don't know if you ever seen the video. I forgot what it is. It's like those videos that actors explaining their biggest roles, and literally every single movie he starts it with, for example, Star Wars. You had
Star Wars.
No, I know,
He
but
hates
like
being Han
literally,
Solo.
no, he hates Star Wars, but he actually doesn't mind working with George Lucas. But literally everything, he was like, "Oh yeah, they gave me the script, I read for the part, and I accepted." And that was it. Like the guy shows no enthusiasm for any of the movies that he plays. It's literally just like, yeah, they offered me work, and I took a look at the script, and I thought, okay, I'll do it, and then that was it. Um, I think the only one where he showed even a little bit of interest was Blade Runner
Well,
because
he likes Indiana Jones too. I think he likes Indiana. I don't know if he talked about Indiana Jones in that video, but like I think I always heard
I
that he
don't,
liked playing
I
Indiana
don't,
Jones.
well, I don't know. I can't remember too much about it, but honestly, you should go and see it. This guy is. I don't. I mean, I don't want to say he's no nonsense, but he's very apathetic a lot of the time. Like he doesn't show a lot of enthusiasm about being an actor, even though he's considered one of the greatest greatest Hollywood icons of all time. Like he's easily like a mega star. So
Yeah, absolutely. He's played so many icons, but he's he couldn't read the teleprompter. He was like, yeah, I can't read it.
yeah,
It's just funny how much he doesn't care. He's like, man, I don't want to be here. I just want to go home and smoke weed. It's just
and the best part is people love him for this behavior. So like,
he's just a grumpy old man.
Yeah.
It's endearing.
yeah,
It's pretty much like how Indy would be if he was old man. He'd be
Yeah.
grumpy. But for the best performance, so the winner of best performance was actually Melina Jurgen, who played Senua in Senua's Sacrifice.
yes,
Yeah. So I don't know if you know who the nominees were, but it was Brianna White for Aerith in Final Fantasy, Luke Roberts for I forgot James in Silent Hill remake, which I actually thought he would be the one who wins, but
yeah, because I thought it was pretty good. I saw a YouTuber Carcinogen play through his no damage run of Silent Hill 2, the remake. And dude, I thought the voice actor for James did a pretty damn good job.
yeah. But I mean, it makes sense considering that Senua's I don't know if it's called Senua's. I think Senua's Sacrifice is the first one, but Senua's Saga.
Yeah.
Like, the whole game is her performance. Like it's all about her losing her fucking mind throughout the entire game.
Yeah.
So it makes perfect sense that she would win because she's got to pretty much be like several different people because like she has schizophrenia with like all these voices in her head and she has to like voice all the voices while also doing whatever it is Senua does. So it makes perfect sense. So I wasn't mad about this, right? It's a game that's all about the performance.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
of
then
course.
she did a very good job from what little I've seen of that game. But then we get a nice reveal. I'm sure you saw this one though. You have to.
What lies Game of the Year winning studio?
But then they revealed,
Yeah, I know.
yeah,
Yeah, I know.
very
Yeah.
much hyped sequel with The Witcher 4.
Oh man.
Oh boy. Oh, hold on. Wait. YouTube, please don't do.
No. I need them graphics like
No.
high right now.
Well, I need YouTube to not flag the video. So, yeah. So the very first big announcement was The Witcher 4, and well, you saw this trailer, so I don't have to show too much of it.
Yeah, they're gonna show too much.
It's classic dark fantasy Witcher, your grim dark world, except now you play as Ciri, which
Yep.
I'm sure like to you've played all 3 games. Like this is like a really big moment for you. So I actually want to get your thoughts on this since you're obviously the Witcher fan of us too.
Yes.
What are your thoughts on the trailer?
Oh, my thoughts on the trailer? Oh, dude, the trailer's fucking excellent. And actually, it is very reminiscent of, the first Witcher trailer, and then also a callback to the Witcher 3 trailer, like the cinematic trailer.
Okay.
Because, for those that haven't seen the Witcher 4 trailer, Ciri hunts a monster because, the village... it's dark fantasy, so clearly these villagers have a monster problem, and their solution is to pick a random girl and sacrifice it to the monster because that's what we do. That's what they do. So she knows it's bullshit. She tells the girl to go home, and it shows Ciri hunting the monster, kind of like Geralt. Uses drinks a potion, uses a chain like Geralt did in the first trailer, and actually infuses it with magic, like as you can see here. And she's got the Witcher eyes now, which she didn't have in The Witcher 3. But yeah, so it shows her hunting the monster. It shows her using the chain just like Geralt did in Witcher 1, which I thought was a really cool callback. But also she infuses the chain with Witcher magic, which engulfs it in flame, which is fucking badass. So she kills the monster, but then the village. I mean, do you want me to keep going into it,
Yeah, you
or
go
what?
into it.
Okay, cool. And you can see she also got some other magic here. Magic that I haven't seen because remember, these games are they're pretty faithful to the books, which I have not read. So I don't know how much of a book candidate it is. However, what I have read is there's actually a lot of Witcher books where the main protagonist is Ciri and her adventures. So it's not like, oh my god, you're making a girl be the protagonist because of whatever deal. Like
Yeah,
this
which of
is,
course, you got the culture warriors out there.
yeah, the culture wars.
Raising them.
But surprisingly, there's not much of a pariah because hardcore Witcher fans are like, no, this is actually natural progression. So this actually makes us very excited because they're following the books. But as far as Geralt, I don't know if his story is ended because
Did it end of the expansion?
so it ended with the expansion, at least in the game universe. But there's books. So from the books that I've read, or no, sorry, the books that I've looked up because I haven't read any of the books. The first three books are Geralt, and then there's like 5 books of Ciri, and then a couple of Geralt, and it alternates back and forth between Ciri, like toward the end of the series of books, according to the chronological order. But in any case, so she kills the monster, goes back to the village. The villagers kill the woman because they're like, well, you defied the gods. And then Ciri gets pissed and proceeds to, well, it foreshadows her killing the rest of the villagers, which is something that Geralt probably would have done because he has that whole thing of like lesser evils and he'd rather like choose none at all kind of deal. So as you can see, and she says a badass line too. Look at that with your eyes.
Yeah, she was cool here.
Mark me down as scared and horny. But in all seriousness though, she says a really cool line. So they say like, all we wanted her was to go to the woods. That's what the gods wanted. And she's like, there are no gods here. There's only monsters. And then of course, she probably kills the whole lot of them for killing an innocent girl. But I'm really hyped for this shit. I've just, man, my poor computer. I thought I had to upgrade you for.
It's
for,
okay, bro. We all know it's gonna come out for like another 5 years.
Yeah,
it's gonna come out 2029 the soonest.
I just hope it does not get the cyberpunk treatment. I hope that they actually finish the damn game. Because come on, dude, like come on, don't let it be like Cyberpunk CD Project.
Yeah,
Please,
yeah,
do
please
not let
don't.
that
Oh
happen.
my god,
Please, like this is
what
the
a
IP
clusterfuck that was.
dude. Like, I mean, eventually they fixed it, but it stained their reputation. It didn't destroy it, but it sullied their reputation a lot. So I really think they can make a comeback. Just take your time with it, finish it, and for God's sakes, like this is the IP that made you. Do not be BioWare and kill off all of your IP. Do not do that. Do not do that, please. I don't think you will, but you have no idea how faithless the gaming community, not the industry, the community is right now. So yeah, that's all I gotta say. Just don't fuck it up.
Just don't fuck up.
Just do Witcher 3 and just make it bigger. Like that's literally all you have to do.
So excitement all around though.
What?
Excitement all around. Overall.
Yo, yeah, absolutely. I had nothing but happiness from this trailer. Nothing but happiness. Badass trailer and, well, has the same morals as her adoptive father, Geralt. Which, honestly, I hope he makes like a cameo appearance.
I'm sure he will. I'm sure he'll show up somehow.
Yeah, absolutely. In fact, you'll probably get a side quest where you go visit his home in the, oh my god, I forgot what the place was called, Tucson. Drinking wine and banging Triss. She's my canon wife, so you
like Triss more than Yen?
Redheads, dude. I just can't.
Okay.
I can't help myself. I just can't do it.
Okay, makes sense. Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, I don't know anything about the game, but I do think Triss is more attractive of the two. But I haven't played the game, so I don't know like how they are personality.
Yeah.
Wise.
Well, dude. You can Steam share it. I know you will not play the first or the second one. Just go straight into the third one with like default world settings and just have at it. Don't even bother playing the first ones unless you want to like really,
The
for
first one's jank
game.
as fuck.
Oh, that's right. 'Cause I
I
told
told
you too. I remember we were like, you know what, man? You want to just watch me play because this is gaming history and all that stuff, and the game fucking crashed after like 5 minutes. I was like, it's like, what, Jesse? I'm sorry. I can't do it. I just can't do
You
it.
experience.
Yeah, bro. Oh my god. One day, but not today. But yeah, dude, look at that. That's badass.
Yeah. I mean, of course, you got the people pitching about like the dumbest shit. Oh, why are we putting Siri on face girls? Or they made Siri ugly. I can't get a boy.
Oh yeah. They said some
The fucking
BS like, oh,
culture warrior gooner force out there, bro.
yeah, bro, and it's like, dude, you've seen too much of Witcher porn. It's literally rotted your brain, like, and it's funny because there's some comments too that are like, oh my god, the Siri of 25 has aged to 35 years old. What the fuck?
Because I'm sure
Oh
this
my-
takes place many years later.
Yes, yeah. So definitely a significant amount of time. I want to say 10 years old because I think they said that she's supposed to be in her 30s. So she's aged up. Also, people have been calling this Gwent 4.
Oh, yeah. I see the comments. You're like, oh, great. The new expansion of Gwent came out. It's going to be out soon.
Oh, that meme will never get old, man. And by the way, Gwent is amazing. It's a fun card game, which is weird because it's like a throwaway gag that became its own thing. But anyway, enough about Witcher.
Yeah, let's carry on with the show. So, going from one dark fantasy IP to another dark fantasy IP, one that I love and you haven't really experienced much of yet.
I like to watch.
This was a surprise. This was like, what the fuck is happening? I don't know if you actually saw this one, but yeah, this is something that is another one of those. Wow, this was not on my bingo card kind of things. So it's funny because Miyazaki said like, yeah, we're not working on any sequel or new DLC for Elden Ring, but apparently he didn't say anything about a new Elden Ring game that is also a survival roguelike.
What?
Yeah, what? Right, exactly what we were saying. Yeah, so this is Elden Ring Night Rain, which confused the shit out of everybody, but apparently it is a survival roguelike with an emphasis on co-op. And it actually does take place like in an alternate reality of the Elden Ring world. So like a lot of the enemies from Elden Ring are in there, but then you have some surprising characters that come from the Dark Souls series, like the Firekeeper. Right? And if for those of you who don't know what the Firekeeper looks like, but she is from Dark Souls 3, and she's pretty much like your maiden that you use to level up. So that's her right there, and her right here. So as you can see, right? Yeah, so people were really just like surprised, like, what the fuck is, like, why are there Souls people coming in? And then the meme in the community is like, wait a minute, is that the fucking Nameless King? Which is, the Nameless King is like a super boss from Dark Souls 3. And everyone was like, what the hell? And then, yeah, you got like Sekiro blocking and stuff. But yeah, the big thing about this is that it is a survival roguelike, like I said, but with a heavy emphasis on co-op.
Mm-hmm.
So the game isn't like about, going in and, trying to beat the world by yourself. There actually is an article, there's many articles on this that's Nameless King. I was like, what the fuck is that Nameless King, right? There's an article on IGN. They actually walk you through like what the gameplay is like, and it seems really cool. So essentially, what happens is you're plopped into like a randomized map with your 3 buddies, and you have to spend every day during the daytime trying to find as much loot as possible and kill as many enemies as possible, so you can level up and get more powerful. Because at night you get attacked by a boss, and you and your teammates have to fight a boss, and you do that for 3 nights. The first 2 nights you fight like minor bosses, and then on the 3rd night you fight like a super boss. And there are 8 super bosses, so you have to do it like 3 times. But then of course it's a roguelike, so like if you die you lose all your shit. You start back at level 1. You just keep challenging it over and over again to try your luck. But
oh my god, you got some gas.
Yeah, got some gas. This of course, right? Another episode. We didn't episode about me having gas. But yeah, this is like Elden Ring, Souls, Sekiro, Blood Dice twice. Like this is like the greatest hits. Like this is a freaking FromSoft dream game where it's just like, all right, all the stuff you love, all the cool shit in every single Souls game, and every single like Bloodborne and Sekiro game. Yeah, we're gonna put all that in here. Like it's a little bit of everything at this point. So it really is like the dream game where it's like, well, anything's possible. Like we're just gonna get all the stuff that you like in all the previous games, and we're just gonna put them on the fucking blender. And the theory is that FromSoft has been kind of looking out the modding community, and they're trying to like, make like, their own version of like a mod. Because one of the most popular mods is the seamless co-op mod in Elden Ring, where like you don't have to do some weird shit like find the summon sigil, and then after you get the summon sigil, you have to get like the white finger, and after the white finger, you have to like enter your buddy's code, and then you have to put like, none of that bullshit, right? It's just you just log in like you would like any other game. You just play the whole game with your friend. So
that's really cool.
Yeah, right. It's so interesting because it's like, wow, this is it's so different, but so much the same of like what you would expect out of FromSoft. Like they're taking what's familiar and presenting it to you in such a different and unique way.
I'd be interested in this. I think we'll be playing co-op in the
yeah, right. That's what I was hoping you would say.
Yeah, no, dude, of course. Honestly, I think I would have I would have an easier time if I was doing co-op with these games.
Oh yeah, there's also like classes and stuff. So like that's a class, right? It's like a bird guy. We saw him there. It's a bird guy. Like that's one class. The guy they show here, that's another class, right? And all the classes have like their own like unique base stats and their own abilities. Another interesting thing about the game is that to revive your teammate, you have to hit them.
Yeah.
So like in most games, like when there's a revive mechanic, you have to like go up to them, like hold X or whatever, or square or F or whatever they want you to press. But in this game, like, no, you have to actually hit them. So you just smack them a few times and then they get back up.
So you just gotta like slap them around.
Yeah, you just slap them around. Like, wake up. That's what you do. But like you can even use like your bow and arrow and stuff to like wake them up. So like if you can't
to
get
shoot
to
them.
Yeah, you can shoot them too. So this looks really cool. And of course, it's a FromSoft game. I love FromSoft, right? I've played every single Souls game, and I've played Kingsfield, and I really love FromSoft games, and I'm willing to give this a shot. Also, apparently, it's gonna be like a budget title. It's gonna be like $50, I think, or $40 or $50. It's not gonna be like full price.
I love that, a budget title.
Yeah, I mean, you can tell, bro. It's all reused assets. Like 90% of the game is like probably gonna be reused assets. So like, it would be stupid to like charge $70 for it. Any other thoughts before we move on?
No, not. I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. Elden Ring, but co-op.
Well, Elden Ring roguelike co-op.
Elden Ring roguelike, which I still have to this day not played a roguelike.
I'm not too huge on them. I haven't played a ton of them. I played a few demos of some, but nothing I've really dedicated to. All right. And then they announced that Final Fantasy VII was going to get, or Final Fantasy VII Rebirth was going to get a PC release.
Yes, this I did see as well.
Yes, you saw that. I'm sure you're interested in this.
Yeah, but I still have to finish Integrate.
Wait, Integrate or Remake?
Remake, and then Integrate because
integrate.
Remember it's two. Yeah.
So interesting thing about that, they actually updated. Square Enix updated the game to pretty much make it faster. Like they made it so you gain more XP sooner, and you have a higher level, and you have like more stuff. And they're encouraging you to be like, all right, here's all this stuff, so you can be overpowered. Just speed through the game, so that way you can get to Rebirth sooner. And Rebirth is actually on pre-order now, but it's actually 30% off. It's pretty huge. That's a pretty huge discount, man.
I know. No. That was a face of like, fuck. Am I really gonna spend money on this shit? And I think I am. Let me open up Steam real quick and find it.
You'll find it. Yeah, dude, 30% off. I mean, it just goes to show that they're pretty desperate to sell it because they themselves admitted that the game did not sell as much as it needed to. Which, part of the reason why is because it was only on PS5.
Yeah, and also, remember we talked about how their expectations that they set themselves are just unrealistic. Because remember
they've had a bunch of dead weight projects that they've.
Oh, really? I wonder what that dead weight was.
Yeah, which I mean, we didn't cover it, but Foam Stars is one of them. I originally had this as a story, but like, I'm not gonna have this, right? Because I want to focus on this.
Yeah, I remember Foam Stars.
Yeah, apparently Foam Stars is not getting support anymore, but it's gonna be online. You can still play it online. It's just not gonna get new content. That's the difference between Suicide Squad and.
All right, so what's the difference between the digital? You know, I'll read through this later.
And this next game that they revealed, or they showed like in an ad, it didn't really like reveal it when they didn't present it, but they showed like in one of the ads. This one was a really fucking weird one. This is called Cadley, and this one has been accused of being made by AI. Like, there are people who are like, "Is this fucking AI?" Even the watch party I was a part of, the streamer was like, "Is this AI? This looks like it was made by AI." Like, it's a very weird looking game. We don't know what the hell it is. It just shows some weird ass cats with uncanny visuals on acid, right? I have no idea what this is. No one knows what this is. But apparently the company themselves had to go online and be like, hey, like, guys, this isn't AI. Like, we've never used AI, even though the founder of the company has been found with ties to cryptocurrency. So everyone's like, I don't know, maybe you're lying. So we'll see. I have no idea what it is. It was just something weird to point out.
Well, I mean, so have you seen the cat AI stories that's been going around, or no?
No, I haven't.
You haven't? Okay, so apparently there's a lot of it's all artificial intelligence, but it's these cats and it's the stories of these cats. And all they do is just like say meow, 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 but it's all like sad stories, like a cat family, and then the cat wife leaves the family, and the cat dad has, dude, it's so weird. And when you look it up and you see these videos, it's all AI generated. When you look up and watch these videos, you're gonna know exactly what I'm talking about. And when I tell you that this video game, whatever this is called, it looks exactly like those AI cat videos. Actually, you know what? Look it up right now so that everyone can see that I'm not nuts.
What's it called? Real quick.
Just look up AI cat TikTok. I don't know, because of course it's on fucking TikTok.
It's the brain rot. Okay.
There we go. Yeah, look at the note, Chubby Jr. Look.
Oh God, what the fuck? Hold on. What the fuck is this?
This is the AI sad cats.
What am I looking at here? Hold on.
You're looking at what was probably the inspiration for this cat video game.
From side by side. Let's just see how fucking weird. Okay. Yeah. What am I looking? Okay, I'm gonna stop. What is this? I'm confused. I'm not gonna do it now. Fuck it.
On this, my.
All right. Yeah. What the hell is playing? Oh shit!
Your tabs.
There you go. When my tabs went off. All right. Okay. So that was fucking weird. But what's not weird is Black Myth Wukong winning Action Game of the Year.
Hell yeah!
Yeah. So this was actually presented by Abubakar Salim, which he's the guy who created the company that made Tales of Zao. And he's also the actor for the main character of Assassin's Creed Origins. I don't remember the Basim. I don't know.
Oh yes,
Balak.
Yes,
I think it was Balak.
Yeah, I think it was Balak, because Balak I think was no, never mind. I misspoke. I was thinking of the protagonist for Assassin's Creed Mirage.
No, that's Basim.
Yeah, Basim. Yeah. So I think it was
Bayek. There we go.
Bayek. Oh, excuse me.
Bayek. Okay, sorry. Bayek. Okay.
Bayek.
Yeah, but apparently he plays Bayek, and he's also in House of the Dragons as well.
Assassin's Creed what?
No, he's in House of the Dragons, the TV show.
House of the. Oh yes. Yep.
As you can see,
Black Myth Wukong,
guys win, and this guy's acceptance speech was so funny. He pretty much said, "Get good." What's up?
I mean, yeah.
Let's see if I can find
荣
it.
誉属于团队的每一位成员，也属于在幕后默默支持我们的家人和朋友们。如果没有你们，我现在大概人，而不是代表团队。
Our family and friends who have been along instead of standing here representing our
游戏真的不难
Let's，see if I can find it.
尤其适合没有玩过动作游戏的玩家。相信我，谢谢。
Lastly, I want to say this. Our game isn't hard at all. It's perfect for players new to action games. Trust me on this. Thank you.
Get good.
Get fucking good.
You know what? To be fair, though, it is accessible because I'm not a Souls-like player by any stretch of the imagination. But I felt like I grasped Black Myth Wukong's combat a lot easier than I did Sekiro.
Oh yeah, because Sekiro is like, oh, you better block this sequence for like 20 minutes straight, or else you're gonna get two tapped.
Well, dude, you know what? Like, I think we've discussed it before. I think the parrying mechanic is my favorite part of any Souls-like game, to the point where it was my favorite way to play Lies of P.
Then you're gonna like you're probably gonna want to play the parry guy, because apparently there's like a parry guy in Elden Ring Night Rain.
Yay!
So
I'm
you can play
excited.
that. I play the wizard because the wizard seems like it's cool and it has like weird 5D galaxy brain mechanics that I think are interesting.
Well, the way you play is a mixture of like spells and sword play, so it makes sense. I've seen your Elden Ring characters. Well, but yeah, well, Black Myth won, and
And
you
a
know,
one
it's
player's
good.
choice, which is an award presented much later on, but I'm just gonna say that right now. A one player's choice because of course China probably voted for it. China pretty much won that game the award.
Yeah.
And I personally voted for Rebirth, but I knew that wasn't going to win because like there's no way. Like, dude, it had the player's choice it had 3 gacha games on there. It had 3 gacha games, Black Myth Wukong, and then some other game that was on there. Like, what the fuck is this? Bunch of waifu simulators and Black Myth Wukong, and then whatever the 5th one was. I don't remember what it was, but I digress. Right. So going on. So this next announcement they made was one of the big ones. Like I thought this was going to be the biggest announcement for me until there was one later on, because this announcement is for the newest game by a guy by the name of Fumito Ueda, which for those of you who don't know is the creator of Shadow of the Colossus and Ico, which are 2 of some of my favorite games. Ooh. And he is a man that's known for being very artistic with his games, always doing something very interesting with them, something that will usually change the industry in some way. Like this man's games have actually been very influential, and like you don't even know it. Like Ico, for example, numerous game developers, big game developers that we know, like Neil Druckmann and Hidetaka Miyazaki, the creator of Dark Souls, cited Ico as like one of their biggest influences ever, specifically. And also Shadow of the Colossus, I think Miyazaki was also inspired by that to like start making games because he was like a businessman before he started making games.
Interesting. Wow. Okay.
And it's a great game, but this is like his newest one. And I'm not going to play the whole thing because obviously, well, this is how it was.
Very special.
Okay, Jeff. I'll play through just a brief moment of it. Interestingly, it's being published by Epic Games. So unfortunately,
that is pretty interesting.
Yeah, which means Epic exclusive. So, fuck.
Whatever. We've waited many other games.
No, I think it's gonna be a permanent exclusive, dude. I doubt they're gonna put this on.
Nothing is permanent. Remember, Gaben does nothing and still wins.
Yeah, I'm not gonna play the whole thing because I don't want claims. But he tries to fly off, and then the shockwave knocks the head, and you don't know what happens to him. That's pretty much it. And then it just ends right there. So it's super teasery, right? Which is pretty much part for the course for what Fumito Ueda and the guys over at Gen Design, that's his company, would make, right? Because he actually used to work for Sony before he broke off and then made his own company, but he still made games for Sony. Made Ico, made Shadow of the Colossus, and The Last Guardian, which was considered to be the worst of the 3, but still a pretty good game. So this one was like, wow, I didn't even know he was working on another game. So this really did get me interested. And the cool thing about it is that all his games, he says, are connected in some way, which you wouldn't really think in this case because this is a sci-fi game, as you can see. But real quick, there we go. Yeah, so you can see the clothing here. is very similar to like some of the clothing that you would see in
The Last Guardian
The
and
Last
Shadow.
Guardian and Shadow of the Colossus.
And-
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just real quick.
Yeah. See, that is reminiscent.
Yeah. Right. You can see they have very similar clothing. In fact, the pattern's like almost exactly the same. So they are all connected like in some way, which is very interesting to. It's gonna be interesting to find out like how it's connected to all of his other games because he never outright states like how it's connected. People just kind of theorize with it. Like the mystery of it is what's really interesting. To talk about the game specifically, yeah, I'm really excited for it. It'll probably come out like in 2040, considering how long this guy takes to make his games. They're always like 10 years apart from each other because he's just a perfectionist like that. Always.
Yeah, that's fine,
polishing and
dude.
changing
Dude,
the game. But
just make the game as you want to make it, and then we'll judge it accordingly.
But it'll definitely be something special and something very interesting that'll bring something new to the table. All right. So
I concur.
all right. So next we have Outer Worlds 2 was re-announced. 'Cause
Yeah.
It was announced a while back.
Yes, but this is the first gameplay trailer for it.
Yes, this is the very first gameplay trailer for it because before, I had that cheeky teaser trailer where it was like, we ain't done shit. We have no gameplay. We have none of the models. Nothing in this game is complete at all. But what we do have is a logo. And we're gonna, but now they're like, all right. Now they're making more jokes, right? Because Outer Worlds has always been kind of like a bit tongue in cheek. They're like, hey, like we're from a game by that company that makes all those sequels you like, like Fallout, New Vegas, Knights of the Old Republic 2. Well, now we're making our own 2. We're gonna make it even better this time. So this is a really cool reveal. I never finished the first game because that was like when my dad pretty much took the PS4 from me because it was on PS4. And he turned
I remember I got it for you.
He
It
turned it into his YouTube machine, and then it fucking died. My hard drive died, so you can't use it anymore.
Yeah.
But now he has a smart TV. So that was a cool announcement. See, and then this one was a really cool one. This one was, I don't know if you saw this one. I don't know if you know who Joseph Ferris is, but Joseph Ferris, the guy who did It Takes Two and like A Way Out, like those co-op split screen games.
Yeah.
He announced his newest game, Split Fiction, which takes place in a VR world that's simultaneously science fiction and fantasy, running side by side of each other. And like the whole gimmick is like one character is in a sci-fi world and one character is in a fantasy world, and they have to like work together to solve puzzles. Yeah, as you can see, right there in the sci-fi world, and they go to the fantasy world, and
Very interesting.
yeah. And the great thing about these games is that they I think all of them give you like a friend pass, so only one friend needs to own it. And I've actually been meaning to play like It Takes Two with you for a while, or like A Way Out, because I think those would be cool co-op games. But this could be another cool one to add to the list. What were you gonna say?
No, I'm saying I'm also interested in A Way Out. Breaking out of prison with you sounds like a good time.
Prison Break!
Prison Break!
Yeah, right? So, it seems like once again, Joseph Ferris and I don't know what his company's called, but, they're continuing their whole co-op game shtick, right? Where they do co-op stuff together in really cool, inventive ways. Seems really cool. It's going to come out in March, all right? And then later on in the award show. So last year, I don't know if you remember that like people were kind of criticizing Jaw for like not really addressing the layoffs that were happening, because even last year there were a lot of layoffs. Right?
Yeah.
So this year he actually directly addressed the layoff, and they actually made an award called the Game Changer Award. And this was a really wholesome moment in the show, because first off, it was great to see that Joff directly, addressing it, right? Like obviously he couldn't call out the companies directly.
Yeah, of course.
Because, they pay the bills for it. So within reason, right? He did call out like how much it sucks to be laid off, and like how, developers are the lifeblood, of the industry, because the games that we all love. 55.
Life and Metal Gear Solid 2, because I knew games were nothing.
But for the Game Changing Award, right? They had like a sequence here.
Level that is.
And this guy, Amir Sadvat, is actually the recipient of the Game Changer Award. Now, the reason why Amir Sadvat is so important is because he actually created a completely free online service that helps developers find jobs. It's essentially like a job board that helps them look for new job openings.
Very interesting.
So he pretty much created it's like a job board where it compiles all the openings that are available in the video game industry and puts them all on the website. So that way anybody who got laid off or wants to get into the game industry could just go to that one spot and look for a new job there. So this guy has helped dozens of people. I think he said that we worked with like 300 people so far, like find new jobs through this service. And he was the recipient of the very first Game Changer Award. And he had a beautiful speech for it.
With all my heart.
Here, real
To
quick.
all game makers everywhere, you are seen and treasured, and our community will always be there to help you. Over the last 3 years, we've lost more than 34,000 jobs, a staggering amount of games experience eliminated.
Jesus Christ.
This has consequences. Wow. You can't make great games without great people. I'm proud of so many of you who have already joined me to make an impact. And I really have to thank everyone in our community who gave all their time and commitment to build it. As we gather here tonight for this amazing celebration, I challenge everyone to ask themselves, what more can we each do to make our industry better? I dedicate this to my grandparents in heaven and to our Game Awards watch party back home, my wife, our 3 sons, and my parents, who really devoted their lives to me and taught me that my value lies in how I treat other people. Growing up, all I ever wanted was to be a part of the video game industry. As a kid from Farmington, Connecticut, it felt a world away. Not anymore. Thank you very, very much. Thank you. Thank you.
Good speech.
Yeah, so that was definitely one of the biggest highlights. I mean, a lot of people would say it's probably the biggest highlight there to, recognize a man that's helped out so many people with their jobs, especially after the craziness that's been happening with layoffs.
Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, the gaming industry is pretty cutthroat, and to see someone help people in said industry is, he's definitely a light in such darkness. So I actually really appreciate him, doing what he does, and I hope that more people. Oh, why'd you do that?
No, keep going. Stop.
Sorry, you showed me a picture of him, and I was like, "What the hell is he doing?" I was having a heart wrench moment. Now it's ruined. But anyway,
I'm just loading up next clip.
I know, but it's good. I hope more people, find a way to do what he does. It doesn't have to be a website that helps game developers find jobs, but maybe it can be, like an open source coding thing that people can go and learn how to make video games for free instead of having to pay a high-end education and be like thousands of dollars in debt to do so. We need more. We need more. Cool. No, I mean we need more game changers. In fact, that's the whole reason for the free market, to allow people to find innovative ways to do things better and cheaper, so that we don't kill ourselves doing certain kinds of work. Because this is work, but it's an art form first and foremost. So you need passion in order to do it right. Yeah,
of course. So, who was it you were wincing over? Tell me.
Well, you flashed a picture, and it, like I said, it killed the mood. But I wanted to, like you said, to keep going. But yeah, Randy.
Ooh, come on, say it.
Randy
Pitchford, right? So then next up, they showed Randy Pitchford.
How do you follow up a heartfelt?
No, I skipped stuff.
Oh, you skipped it. Okay. Okay.
We're skipping forward because we're taking a while, so I'm actually skipping over some of the stuff.
Okay. Go.
Yeah. So Randy Pitchford came up to show off Borderlands 4.
It's gonna suck.
It's just funny that Randy came because this is. How did they invite this man? So for those of you who don't know, Randy Pitchford is the founder and I think he's the CEO of Gearbox Entertainment, and he has kind of a infamous reputation for being kind of a douchebag frat boy.
Yes, and this picture does him no favors, by the way, in that rumor.
Yeah, like apparently he stiffed the original voice actor for Claptrap out of some royalties. He assaulted, I think, the voice actor Alter when he came after him, asking for it. He's been accused of like diverting funds from Alien Colonial Marines to pay for Borderlands 2. And then the funniest of all, it's the funniest shit. Apparently, he had a USB with company files on there that he left in a medieval's time. But no, there was not just company files. Apparently, there was a spicy video. We'll leave it at that. Of a barely legal girl doing magic tricks, as he likes to say. He just left out there in the open in a medieval times restaurant that anybody could have just taken and stolen for themselves. But yeah, Randy Pitchford's a major douchebag, but he came along to show us Borderlands 4, which was a very interesting trailer, to say the least, because it's quite different from what you'd expect from a normal trailer, right?
Yeah.
Most of these trailers are kind of like zany and fun, but like this one's kind of sinister. I was like, wait, what's going on here? Like, you got like robo dudes forcing on masks onto psychos with glowing creepy eyes. There isn't a single like toilet joke throughout the entire trailer. And then you got this. Like, I think it's kind of cool. I don't know who the heck that is, but
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's definitely a weird trailer. Definitely unusual for what you'd expect out of Borderlands, and you have creepy robo dudes also here. And then, of course, looks very Borderlands, right? You got that classic cell shading. But then you got, it's really appropriate that someone came to carry the Concord torch of really crappy character designs, because what the fuck is this? Like, so yeah, this has been kind of a little bit of controversy in the Borderlands community, where people look at these characters that are apparently the 4 playable characters and they're like, what the fuck is this? Yeah, so you have big generic guy with big generic paddings, other generic guy with like a septum ring, generic liberal arts college student, right?
No,
And
generic black liberal arts college student, because
then-
they all have that hair now. The freaking shaved here, and then like the curls to the side.
Yeah, the Killmonger.
The kill you beat me by like a split second. I was so damn it, you beat me.
And then this, I don't know, girl of a trench. I don't even know how to describe her. This is a girl of a trench. But needless to say, yeah, the character designs are kind of crap.
They're kind of crap.
Which is a real shame, because it's like, dude, what happened? Like, Borderlands 2 had like really cool character designs.
And the character designs were they showed you what kind of playstyle each class had,
Yeah, that's an important thing, right? So they look good, but they also did a very good job at communicating like what kind of character they are, which is something super important for character design, right? It should look cool and also tell you like what the character is about just by you looking at it.
Yeah.
I mean, you wouldn't know, but this guy, Salvador, is super small. He's like, he's super tight.
He's a manlet. He's a legit manlet.
I actually didn't know that. It was funny. I was like, wait, why am I so small? And I realized he's a dwarf. What is this? Yeah, like you see here in Borderlands 2, right? You have Zero. You have Axon, who's like, soldier guy. You can tell he's a soldier. It's basically like the bandolier. And
Yeah, weapon specialist,
And then you have Zero, like ninja dudes. It's going to be about stealth. And those looks cool. Like, cyber ninja is always fucking cool.
Yeah.
And then, I forgot her name. But
Maya.
Jesus Christ. Maya. So, you have Maya here. Maya looks cool. And she looks like a siren. So, like, the siren's going to have, like, big spooky powers. Even Borderlands 3 had pretty good. Oh, thank God they have names. Okay. Yeah. Borderlands 3 also had pretty good, pretty decent character designs. Like, Zane looks kind of cool. Yeah, it's a little more homogenous compared to Borderlands 2, but they still have pretty good designs. You can tell, like, Amara looks really strong, so you can tell that she uses, like, she's very physical, right? So she's all about, like, meleeing people. Yeah, like Flak, who's, like, the mysterious Beastmaster. And then Borderlands 1
Borderlands 1 is
Mordecai, Mordecai, Lilith, Roland, and Brick, right? And again, you can tell so much about them, right? The big muscle guy, stealthy sniper dude, magic girl, and then soldier guy.
Yeah.
So when you go like from all these designs to whatever the fuck this is, right? Just brown people, just generic brown NPCs that wear brown clothes.
They all look the same.
Yeah, they all look the same.
Really, the only one is the siren, but that's because like you can kind of see the tattoos, but they're not popping out like the other ones. So, it's just I don't know what these people are thinking with these character designs.
Yeah, so hopefully they'll have skins maybe that'll make them look different and not look boring and generic.
Oh man, I don't know. But
But
anyway,
yeah, definitely doesn't leave the best first impression for Borderlands.
yeah, definitely not.
Which
But
it's a shame because I love Borderlands and
Yeah,
I always want Borderlands to be good.
Me too.
All right, so then for the next reveal that they had, this one was a big one. Again, if you're
Yes.
30 and older, this is a big game for you. And that is Turok Origins, which is apparently the newest entry to the Turok series, which has been tumultuous at best, right? You have the classic Turok 1, 2, and 3, which were on the Nintendo 64, made by Iguana Entertainment, and then Iguana Entertainment went under. And then Disney bought the IP, I think, and then they had some company make it. They did like a reboot, like it took place like on a planet. You play a generic soldier dude. That game didn't do pretty well, apparently. And then it got remasters. The original 3 games got remasters by Night Dive. And now we have this, which is interesting to say the least, because yeah, like you have like suits that like change color and stuff, but then also it's in third person, which is very interesting because these games have always been classically FPS games. But this one seems to be third person, and it's implied that there's a focus on co-op, 3-player co-op. And it's called Turok Origins. So obviously it's going to be a prequel to the games, the original games in some way. We'll see how it all connects. But definitely interesting revival here.
Yes.
Once again, if you are 30 plus years old, you are smiling. What were you going to say?
I know that. No, I was gonna say that. I think we talk about like dormant IPs that people are not like bringing back, and Turok was one of them. So I'm glad they're finally doing something with the Turok IP.
Yep, and you can play the remasters on Steam with because Night Dive remastered all 3 of them.
Nice.
For PC. So it's great that, bringing back some of that nostalgia.
Nostalgia.
Okay, and then so the next highlight. Well, I'll just show it to you. I don't know if you saw this. You're gonna get a kick out of this.
Yeah.
Attention, citizens! Across the galaxy,
It's
the
the trailer
valiant
guy.
Helldivers have fought to
the
protect
trailer
our
guy,
way of
dude.
life. But I am here with grave tidings. Managed democracy is imperiled like never before. Homes are being ravaged. Families are being abducted. And you could be next. That is, unless you direct your undivided attention to the following announcement. And remember, freedom conquers all.
I love trailer guys.
And then, of course, they show off the new Omen of Tyranny update, which has now brought the...
God damn. Sorry.
which is introduced to the new faction, the Illuminate, which... This is the update that James and I played the other day. Well, I tried to play it. You played it. I tried to play it, but I guess I just wasn't allowed to, apparently.
I don't know what the issue was.
I don't know,
Maybe
bro.
if you validate your Steam files, but yes.
I was playing Overwatch perfectly fine today, and it just didn't fucking work.
I just need your help, dude. I can't fight the voteless on my own.
I know, the voteless. Yeah, so the big thing with the voteless, or the Illuminate, is apparently they turn people into zombies, and they're dubbed the voteless, right? Enemies of democracy, right?
Yes.
They're trying to take away our power to vote.
Yes, indeed.
So this was a fun update. Like what little I played of it, they introduced cars. There was a new war bond of some new weapons and some new stratagems. And then, of course, they did introduce before, but we haven't played it yet. But they did make a difficulty 10, right? We didn't do that, obviously, because
no, we would have died.
That would have been maniacal, because I haven't played the game in 6 months. I don't know about you, but it's been a hot.
No, me neither. Like I last played it with you, so.
Okay, yeah, so that was about 6 months ago. But really fun game. Like Helldivers is always really fun to play, and it's great they finally added the faction, because we were talking about it for a while. Like, dude, like if they want people to come back, they gotta add this new faction, because the game was always doing okay, but now I imagine it's probably doing great right now with the new update.
Oh yeah, I bet this update has brought people back.
I can't even imagine what the Steam numbers are. Let's see real quick. Doing pretty well.
Doing pretty damn good.
Yeah, but 101,000 people playing right now. Yeah, look at that. Look at that jump. Jesus Christ. It pretty much doubled.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, it doubled.
Yeah, that's how much people love this game, right? You just add some more content, the people will come back. The people will fight for their freedoms. They will fight for democracy.
Absolutely.
Except me, apparently, because I'm just not worthy to defend our democracy. But that is neither near nor there.
The automatons have hacked your computer.
So now we are going to continue the big surprises for gamers 30 years and older, because now we have another IP that is being revived by Capcom, a much requested IP, and that is Onimusha. Which, man, when I saw this, I was like this was the clue right here, right? Because the whole thing of Onimusha is that you're supposed to suck the souls into the gauntlet, like power yourself up. And when people saw this on the watch party I saw, people were like, "Oh shit, is that Onimusha?" And like the streamer I saw, I was like excited too, because he's a big Capcom fanboy, and he's of course like 40 plus, so he knows what it is. Yeah, and everyone's like, "Suck it up, suck." Right? Everyone's so hyped. There has never been more hype for seeing a man suck something up than in this. Yeah, this is seems like there's going to be another new entry to the Onimusha games, but unfortunately, it's going to come out in 2026. So still a ways away, but it's cool that Capcom brought it out. Show that hey, you have something else to look forward to, and it's going to be a new IP that an old IP that you guys have been requesting for a while. It's going to be a new entry in an old IP, and as you can see, it's very much an action game, just like how Onimusha games should be.
Yeah, not bad. Looks pretty good.
Yeah, really cool. Yeah, you should play the Onimusha games, by the way, because they're pretty much at least the first one's like Resident Evil with samurais. You should definitely play it.
Maybe I'll Steam share it if you get them on your library.
I don't have it. It's like $5. It's like $5 on Steam.
Okay.
Okay. Then we had more Statler and Waldorf. We had Snoop Dogg and his son present the award for best ongoing game, which I did originally timestamp all that stuff, but I'm just gonna go through it real quick. I'm gonna skip straight to the award. So let's head over to. Hey, see how much I'm skipping?
Yeah, you're skipping a lot, but it's quick. It's okay. Best ongoing game.
Best ongoing
Snoop's
game.
son?
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah, Snoop's son. And the drip on Snoop, man, that's a nice coat.
Yet.
Yeah.
Hell divers too.
Of course. Democracy has prevailed. Helldivers is now won. Best ongoing game. And you know what? Much deserved.
You know what? Victory was never in doubt.
Exactly. Secured prosperity for Super Earth.
For Super Earth.
So yeah, it was great to see this win the best ongoing award, which pretty much like any game that's like multiplayer. Helldivers has been, the game. It was like kind of the it game for the beginning of this year, right? Everyone's losing their fucking mind over this.
Dude, everyone's losing their mind, bro. Dude, I was literally working with, healthcare professionals, doctors, and they were like, they literally did the salute to each other. So so this game was huge. It is huge still.
Yeah, as you can see, bro, 100,000 people playing just on Steam, right? That's not even including how many people are playing on PlayStation, which I imagine is like double, maybe even triple the amount.
Yeah.
So then this next reveal, this is something that I think you'd be very interested in. I don't know if you saw the reveal for it.
This one I did see, and I was very curious. Yeah, but still play.
Midway City, an unregulated corporate haven in the middle of the Pacific Ocean.
Okay, Adam Jensen. Okay, so I'm gonna play the audio for it. But the next one was Den of Wolves, which is pretty much Payday but Cyberpunk. Pretty much.
Yeah, Payday but Cyberpunk. Exactly.
And this is being made by the original creator of Payday, and some of the original developers of like Payday 1 and 2, the good Paydays. Not Payday 3.
Yes. No, because Payday 3 apparently was in name only, because everyone that worked on the original games is gone. Like, apparently Overkill, the name of the studio. Uh-huh. Yeah, all the people are gone. It's all new people. It's like people like, oh my god, BioWare made a new Dragon Age. It's like, yeah, none of the people that made those games great are there anymore. They're all gone. So, and the same thing happened to Overkill, unfortunately. So, and it's funny because you see this happening where developers of old games are making new ones, and like with Payday, but also specifically Marvel Rivals. I never got to get to this when we were talking about it, but a lot of the dev team for Marvel Rivals were developers on the original Overwatch.
Yeah, I remember you saying that earlier, but I wasn't able to find anything about that. So where did you hear that?
Oh, I heard it in the comment section. But if there's no like hard evidence on it, then it might just be a lie.
Yeah, maybe. Who knows?
Yeah,
Maybe just
but
no one
actually, now that
covered
I think about it, it's probably is a lie. Sorry, guys,
it.
because it's a Chinese studio. Like, why would they grab Americans to make games? It just makes no sense. So never mind. But yeah, yeah, the original Paydayers are making a heist game, which bodes well for me personally. But sometimes it doesn't work out that way. Original devs, they always go off and start their own game studios and stuff, and actually it doesn't work out as often as you'd think.
Remember when the original devs of Left 4 Dead went on to make Back for Blood?
Yeah, but you see, that was blatantly misleading though. And if anyone's watched Crobcat's video, you'll understand exactly what I mean by misleading. Because yes, they came up with the idea fucking around in Counter-Strike as a mod, but if you look through the credits of the game, bro, like out of a list of like all the developers, 4 of them comprised what would become Turtle Rock Studios. Everyone else was Valve. So Left 4 Dead, I'm sorry, but that is like 98% Valve, classic Valve hard work. And then of course they perfected the formula with Left 4 Dead 2, which had no Turtle Rock Studio employee input on it. So nah. So they didn't create Left 4 Dead. They were the creators of Evolve, which is
And Back for
damning.
Blood.
From the creators of Back for Blood, because that was all them. Only an idiot, only a non-Valve person would make could make Back for Blood. Well, I've been itching for like a good heist game because I really enjoyed Payday 2.
Yeah, I know you do.
All right,
I know you
what's
do.
next?
Yeah, so next is, this is a award I normally wouldn't pay too much credence to, but considering the winner, I think it's good to point out, right? Because the music in this game is fucking amazing. So, the winner of this was
Final Fantasy.
Yeah, of course. I mean, every year, like every time a Final Fantasy game gets nominated for music, it always wins it. But let me tell you, man, the music. I mean, I know I glazed this game earlier this year because it's personally my game of the year and like one of the greatest games I've ever played. So like it's like top 20 of all time, pretty much. But the music of this game is fucking amazing. Like it's not just remix music from the original FF7. There's a lot of that, of course, but there's also a lot of new tracks that they added. And there is a track for everything. I think the soundtrack has like, the official soundtrack has like over like 200 songs or like over 300 songs.
Holy crap.
There is a track for everything. Like I don't think, outside of the battle theme, I don't think I've heard the same track like more than once. Every time, every new area had a new music theme. Every minigame had a new music theme. Every character had like different themes for different moments. Every cutscene had like a different theme, and they were all fucking bangers. Like all the music is amazing in the game. It's so good. So I mean, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth doesn't win much more after this. It doesn't really win anything after this. Spoiler alert for you Final Fantasy fans.
Well, funny enough, your mic cut off. At least for me personally, because I didn't hear that spoiler. Thankfully.
Okay. Well, we'll leave it at that then.
God's looking out for me, man.
The Wi-Fi is looking out for you. Then next week, this was another interesting reveal. It was interesting not only because of the game itself, but also because it was a little awkward the way they presented it. So the next game was revealed by Laura Bailey and Jesse Pinkman. I mean Aaron Paul. And this segment was kind of weird because they had like a bit where like they were presenting the game and like talking about it and stuff, but it was a little weird how close they were. Like this is something people were putting out, like, yeah, you guys are just a little close to each other. So yeah, people were like, what the fuck? Are they gonna kiss or something on stage? Like why are they saying so close? But yeah, this went on for a little bit. It wasn't very funny, so I'm muting it. And it went on for way too fucking long. But it was really weird, like how they were like really close to each other. But this next game is called Dispatch.
Together.
So this game is actually being made by former Telltale devs, and it's kind of like a Telltale game where it's like, you know, a visual novel, like you make like decisions and stuff. But the big thing about this game is that apparently it's a game where you play as like a dispatch officer, where you have to work for like a superhero agency, and you have to dispatch superheroes to like certain situations. And so you have to like read their profiles and like learn what their powers are, and then you have to like learn like what situations they'll be best in, and then the story develops depending on what heroes you pick for like what situations that happen. Because like you can pick the wrong hero, it can go completely wrong, and then you have to like talk to your bosses and stuff and all that stuff, along with all like the, you know, drama that's in the game. But it seems very interesting, right? Just the premise alone is kind of interesting, but the fact that it's a Telltale game on top of that. And this game also has a you know, very star-studded cast, because Aaron Paul and Lauren Bailey are the ones presenting it, because they're part of the cast. They're actually the two main characters for it.
Interesting.
So I'm sure they have like other actors. What are you gonna say?
Saw the demon girl, and I was like, Karlak.
Oh,
So I was just making a joke. But that's an interesting concept for this.
You know, at first I thought it was like an animated series. Like, oh no, shit, it's a game. Okay, because it looks so legit. Like, it looks really good.
I mean, the animation style, it could definitely work as a. You know what? I'd be down to play this game.
Yeah, this actually seems kind of cool. That's why I wanted to show it. All right. So then after that, well, Metaphor wins Best Narrative, naturally, right? Because it was the best story of the year for sure. Yeah, right. So then Sam Lake comes on, right? Because he won for Alan Wake last year. Alan Wake won last year for Best Narrative. That's the kind of thing they did. They made it so that like previous year winners would come up and present it. And then he just like this weird monologue here, like Max Payne monologue.
Something kept nagging at me, forcing me to snap out of my reverie. I was here to do a job, hand out the award for Best Narrative. The nominees were each incredible. Frankly, I was so impressed by the storytelling genius. And the Game Award goes to Metaphor. Re Fantasio.
Makes sense.
Yep, makes sense, right? I 100% agree. This was my vote for Best Narrative.
The Best Narrative?
Yeah, 100%. This was the best narrative. Yeah, of course, you know, they went up. Thanked everybody. Metaphor also won Best RPG, but I didn't show it because they didn't actually like have developers up.
Oh!
But it did win Best RPG.
And you agree with that?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm not going to disagree with it. I mean, Final Fantasy... I've been glazing the game, right? So Final Fantasy was my favorite game of the year. So yeah, like it would have been Best RPG. But I'm not mad that this won Best RPG. It makes sense. I definitely would not be like, oh, how could you, bro? Like, no. It's a great game. It deserves it. They all deserve it. It's just going to be one winner, of course. And now, oh man, this one was, oh my god. So this next reveal, holy fuck. Like, this brought tears to a grown man's eyes, because this game was very special. It's very special to me. In fact, it even brought tears to Geoff Keighley's eyes. How about I just show you real quick, just a little bit. Okay, and we're almost done. By the way, this is the penultimate reveal, and then it's the ultimate reveal.
This moment is for all of us.
Teary-eyed he got this for this. Oh wait, spoiler. There you go. I'm not gonna pay the whole thing. Just to get to the big part.
Oh, no shit!
Yeah!
Oh, dude! Wow, you were not kidding. 30 years and older.
Okay, I'm gonna get fucking teary-eyed here, but yeah, Okami is fucking back, and I cannot believe it, because the reason why this is like so important, and also has, you know, Hideki Kamiya, who's the original director. So the reason why this is like so important is, like, as Geoff points out in before he introduced it, he says like, yeah, like the stars kind of aligned with this, because Okami is like a very special game to a lot of people, because it's such a beautiful game that came like in a very integral part in people's lives. Like, you know, it came out during my formative years when I was 10 years old. And it's a game that was absolutely beautiful. I'd never seen anything that looked like it before. And it also had this really cool like painting mechanic where like you can paint objects in the environment and it'll show up, and you use that to like solve puzzles and stuff. But the history behind this game and around Clover Studios, the ones who made it, was that it was formed by Hideki Kamiya and Shinji Mikami after they got kind of tired of Capcom becoming, increasingly more and more corporate and like demanding more and more sequels to like, established franchises like Resident Evil and stuff. So they told them, hey, like we really want to make original stuff. Just if you make a subsidiary like company for us and let us act independently, we'll make you money. And they made great games. They made Beautiful Joe and Okami and God Hand, beloved games, all cult classics, but none of them sold well at all. Like all of them were like pretty much commercial failures, including Okami. And what happened after that is pretty much the studio was dissolved, and Kamiya, went off to form Platinum Games and make Bayonetta, and then Shinji Mikami went off to go make Tinko Gameworks, which led to Evil Within, and then of course, Hi-Fi Rush. But then last year, Kamiya left Platinum Games, and he was like, I think we reported on this actually. We did report on this, I remember. We reported on this, and he was like, hey, like I'm not done, guys. I'll be back soon. And well, came back, he did. And he even formed a new studio called Clovers now. So it's like, holy shit. Like this is like a Christmas miracle. And the stars truly did align for this, company to form again, like under Kamiya. I mean, Shinji Mikami's not there anymore. But now, Kamiya is at the helm, and he's able to bring an Okami sequel. And he brought, bring tears to us just for the announcement trailer. I mean, I myself, as you can see, I'm a pretty big Okami fan.
You're wearing your Okami shirt.
This is not no coincidence right here, right? I even got a fucking character myself with Amaterasu.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I guess it's San Diego too. She saw me wearing my shirt. The artist was great. She saw me. Oh wait, you were there. Yeah, that's right. You were there.
Yeah, I was there. I was there. I was like,
really nice.
Yeah, I know, dude.
Really nice girl.
Really, really nice.
Great work. I think her name was Sherry or Cheryl. Really nice girl. Yeah. Beautiful art, great artist. I hope she made it to that Disney program. And yeah, what was there to say?
Yeah, dude.
So this was like, wow, like because the fact it was the penultimate announcement, and we were just getting banger after banger announcement. It's like, oh fuck, Witcher 4. Okay, that's super cool. I mean, I haven't played any Witcher games, but that's really cool, big deal. Then Elden Ring comes out, and it's like, all right, we made fucking Fortnite survival role like Elden Ring. Like, what the fuck? Okay, that's very sick. And then Turok comes out. It's like, all right, we got Turok coming back. Like, oh shit, Turok's coming back. And then we got Fumito Ueda announcing his new game. Oh shit, like I love Shadow of the Colossus. I love Ico. He's making a new game. And then Onimusha, another game that people thought was just dead, was just coming back from there. Like, oh my god, I can't imagine any more of this. And then this game comes out, and I'm just crying at the beauty of this. Oh man, so any thoughts? I know you ever played Okami, but like you saw me play it, and like you understand, you understand like, how much a big deal it is for me. Oh, you did play it? Yeah, you have the HD.
Yeah, collection. I have it on.
The HD.
Yeah, I have the HD collection on Steam, and I managed to get, I think, halfway through it, and well, you know how I am. But I did manage to play it. I'm sorry, but that's just who I am. But I did play it, and yes, dude, it was beautiful. I love the game mechanics of it, and like I said, the art style is timeless. It really is timeless. Like the Japanese water brush paintings,
beautiful, timeless art style, amazing characters. A great story with such a wonderful ending. Bring a tear to your eye. Great world. The painting mechanic to this day is still fucking amazing. I absolutely love it. So I cannot wait. I mean, granted, this is not gonna come out anytime soon. It's gonna be like, this is probably come out like 2029 or something like that. It's gonna be a long ways away. But I can only imagine how beautiful this game's gonna look with modern graphics.
Yeah, this game is gonna be very beautiful when it comes out.
Wow. So, but we still have one more, and it didn't excite me personally as much, but it's still really cool.
Yeah.
And that is new Naughty Dog game is being released, or will be released. I don't know, probably like in 2030 or whatever they finish.
This one I did see.
That's another studio that's gonna take forever. But yeah, this is Intergalactic: The Heretic Prophet. And it's a new IP from Naughty Dog, right? They're no longer that 2-game studio who only make, Uncharted and then Last of Us, and that's it. Which, by the way, in this show, they had like a Last of Us PC. We're like, oh, okay, of course, more Last of Us stuff. But finally, something new from Naughty Dog, right? They're not just doing Uncharted and Last of Us. But yeah, so this is it. As you can see, so if you got that Naughty Dog presentation, big emphasis on cinematics, beautiful graphics, amazing facial capture, dude. Like it's crazy how good the facial capture is on these games. They just get better and better.
Naughty Dog is not. They've always been at the forefront with this.
Yeah, like I forget that Last of Us 2 was originally a PS4 game, because that game looks fucking amazing.
Mm-hmm.
And this game, of course, looks great too. That's a great cinematic look to it. Interesting thing though, it has like that analog futuristic look, like Alien. Like, you know what I mean, right? Like it's futuristic, but it looks kind of old at the same time. Yeah, it's like everything it's obviously like it's space age in the future, but like they still use like how technology would look in the 70s or 80s,
which I love. Oh, and to an extent too, RoboCop.
Yeah, RoboCop's kind of like that too.
Yeah.
Apparently like, you play like this. I don't remember what her name is, but like, she's like a bounty hunter, and like she's like looking for a bounty, and her handler's like, bro, you can't go to that planet. No one's been there for like hundreds of years. It's like, fuck it, bro, don't worry about it. I got this shit. And then he like flies off into the planet.
Yeah,
and apparently it is going to be an action game, so we'll see how this goes. He has like a sword. If you notice, a sword actually it looks like sound bars. I don't know if you notice. You see?
It does actually look like sound bars.
It looks like sound bars, and I think they vibrate like how it sounds, like how the bars like go up and down with the volume.
Or maybe it's music-based combat.
Maybe.
Interesting. Nah, probably not. Who knows? Maybe not.
That's just years away, so like who knows? But now we have the final game award, the big cookie, right?
Yes.
The one for all the marbles. And spoiler. Okay. Well, you don't know who that is. So, wait, where's the? So, just before this announcement, or just before this award was given, Sven Vink, or Vink, however you pronounce his name, Mr. Larian, came on to present the Game of the Year award because, naturally, Baldur's Gate won last year, so he's up there to present it. And he had an amazing speech that I'm just going to play in its entirety because it's a little long, but it's such an important speech to hear.
Turns out that
There you have it. That was Intergalactic, the Heretic Prophet, a brand new franchise from Naughty Dog and PlayStation, directed by Neil Druckmann and starring Tati Gabrielle as Jordan Munn. I'm also happy to share that the trailer you just saw and the full game will feature a new original score from the announcement.
Oh yeah, and the soundtrack's by Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross. So that soundtrack's gonna fucking slap. I already know it. If you've heard like the Social Network, if you've watched the Social Network, if you've watched Inside Out, who hasn't? Right? If you've played Quake, right? They've done tons of amazing soundtracks.
Atticus Ross. The game has been in development since 2020, and we can't wait to learn more. Thanks
2020, it'll be another 4 years before it comes out.
And now to present the biggest honor of the night, over the past decade, 10 distinguished titles have been recognized as Game of the Year. Please welcome last year's winner from Larian, Sven Vinka.
Oh, Vinka. Okay. It's a fucking Belgian name. Weird European name.
I realize you guys have been sitting here for over 3 hours, but I still have some time credits from last year to cash in. So it turns out that not only will I be the one who will know as first which game wins tonight, but I actually also know which game is going to win next year, the year after, and the year after. Now, how do I know this? Well, an oracle told me. She said, change is coming. It's a modern oracle, so they made me sign an NDA, but I trust all of you. I know you can keep a secret. You will never leak it. The oracle told me that the Game of the Year 2025 was going to be made by a studio who found the formula to make it up here on stage. It's stupidly simple, but somehow it keeps on getting lost. Studio made their game because they wanted to make a game that they wanted to play themselves. They created it because it hadn't been created before. They didn't make it to increase market share. They didn't make it to serve as a brand. They didn't have to meet arbitrary sales targets. or fear being laid off if they didn't meet those targets. And furthermore, the people in charge forbade them from cramming the game with anything whose only purpose was to increase revenue and didn't serve the game design. They didn't treat their developers like numbers on a spreadsheet. They didn't treat their players as users to exploit. And they didn't make decisions they knew were short-sighted in function of a bonus or politics. They knew that if you put the game and the team first, the revenue will follow. They were driven by idealism and wanted players to have fun. And they realized that if the developers didn't have fun, nobody was going to have any fun. They understood the value of respect, that if they treated their developers and players well, those same developers and players would forgive them when things didn't go as planned. But above all, they cared about their game because they loved games. It's really that simple, said the Oracle. Winning Game of the Year turned out to be a life-changing event for us. It was an amazing thing. To those who will win Game of the Year 2024, you have no idea what's waiting for you. It's an incredible honor, and you're in for a heck of a ride. Now remember, should you be told to wrap it up for tonight, you can always come back next year and chat for 3 minutes. Okay? So, now, to pay tribute to the nominees for Game of the Year, once again, Lorna Balfe and the TGA Orchestra.
All right, so I don't know if I'm going to put the music, but let's get to the actual award. So who won the big cheese that night, you ask? Oh, God damn it. Let's find out.
Astrobot!
So there you go, right? Astrobot won the big cheese for all the marbles that night. And I gotta say, man, this is like great because it's kind of people have been saying it's like this has been kind of like a message that, you know, the industry has been trying to send, you know, to the suits and stuff, that, you know, a small game can't be worth something, right? This is why it's so important, because this is a small game that's very focused and made by like 70 people in a mid-sized studio. Can you hear me?
Yeah, no, sorry, I was cleaning my ears.
Oh, okay, because you I feel like you couldn't hear me. Yeah, but like this is a small game made by a small studio. It's only like 10 hours long, but it's amazing like what it does with those 10 hours. Like it's always giving you something new to do. It's always finding like an interesting mechanic that you're using the level, and then it just throws away the mechanic and gives like a new mechanic. And it's just always, it's a lot of people say like it's a very charming platforming game that's like a love letter to not only platformers but also to like the 30 years history of Sony. And a lot of people, especially like under Jim Ryan, have felt like Sony has kind of lost their way because like this live service push. And then you have like the COO being like, oh, we don't have enough franchises or IPs to like monetize stuff. Even though they have like, Jack and Daxter and Sly Cooper off on the side, like, playing bench warmer, waiting for their time to shine. Meanwhile,
waiting for their shot.
Meanwhile, they're trying to push out shit like Concord and Fair Games. And then, here comes along Astrobot, this little modest game that's just really charming and fun. It reminds you of like the joys of playing video games. Again, it wins a big reward and everyone loves it. Any thoughts?
No, I couldn't agree more. I mean, I know I didn't really play much of Astrobot. Well, because on the account of I don't have a PlayStation 5. But I saw the trailer for it. You liked it a lot. Actually, did you end up getting it or no?
I haven't got it yet. I got Kunitsugami, which I didn't mention, but I'm almost done with Kunitsugami. But I'm so busy, bro. I can't even finish Kunitsugami, so. Because the plan was to play Astrobot after.
Okay, sounds good. Okay. But, I mean, it really just looks like PlayStation made their own version of the platform using their IPs. And it seems to have resonated really well with the audience. So, good. Maybe they can keep doing that.
No, it's great. And then also, of course, we have to talk about, Sven's speech, right? It was just I mean, it kind of speaks for itself. There's not much to add to it. But it's great that you have guys like Sven Vink. Oh, he fucking said it. And but it's great that we have guys like Sven Vinke like calling out, these companies, and he can afford to because he doesn't have to really deal with them because it's a private company. He can run his company how he wants. He could just say the truth, say the quiet part out loud, what everyone's thinking.
Yeah.
Hello.
Exactly.
Oh, okay. It's just crazy delayed, huh?
It's getting really bad.
Okay, let's sign off. Let's sign off.
Yeah. Not only is it delaying, but now you're cutting off like for longer periods of time before you're getting the sound back. So I don't know what's happening.
All right, sign off. Abort.
No. Wait.
What?
No, don't abort yet, damn it. I want to say protect Svenvac, protect Larian Studios, and all those that follow in their footsteps.
And protect Team Asobi, the guys who made Astrobot.
Absolutely. Honestly, I think the game industry is going to be going in the right direction. I think a lot of independent studios and independent game makers, big game developers, are going to be making games that they want to make, and a lot of these big corporation titles will. And it started with Concord, Suicide Squad is next, and well, let's see what else will I soon, so that new ideas can flourish and we can have a renaissance in gaming, which I'm very excited for.
Yeah, I'd be very excited for that.
Do you want me to sign this off now?
Yes, please.
Okay, sounds good. All right, thank you very much, everybody, for watching this episode of Two Bar Connection. What? What are you laughing at?
No,
What'd I do?
It was so delayed. That's all. That's funny. Go, 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 go.
It was so delayed. Oh my god!
Delayed.
God
It's
damn
so,
it!
Go, go.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much, guys, for watching this episode of Two Bar Connection. We really appreciate you guys listening in for this 2 hour and 45, Jesus Christ, minute podcast episode. Thank you for dealing with our internet issues. We'll have plenty in store for you in the future. So be sure to click like and subscribe. Leave a comment down below for any games that you want us to cover, play, and or any gaming news that you want us to go over as well. The best way to watch us is on YouTube. But of course, you can reach us for our audio podcast we're also on X/Twitter at Two Bar Connection, at Two Bar Connection, right? Is that
Yes.
our Twitter handle?
Yeah. Okay.
Oh,
I'm sorry. At 2 Bar Podcast.
At Two Bar Podcast, that's what it is. All right. And thank you very much, guys.
Yeah, so thank you guys once again for listening. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. Peace.
Bye, everybody.